Hey guys, good evening and welcome to my exciting channel. We're discussing Mandela effects of the like. Thanks for joining in. Welcome all Mandela Effectians. We have a special treat for you guys tonight. We have 3 Canadians with us. Hey guys.
Hey.
Hello. Hey.
How's it going, eh?
How's it going, eh?
And my special co-host, Teresa Lynch. She's my residue hunting queen.
Hi everyone. Welcome.
Awesome and wonderful show. I've got an intro prepared. So here we go.
I'm Florida.
Give me a second, loading. All right, here we go.
We're stopping, stalling, we're running in circles again. Maybe we're just trying too hard, when really it's closer than it is too far. Cause I'm in too deep and I'm trying to keep up the thought in my head instead of going. Do you ever feel like breaking down? Do you ever feel out of place? Like somehow you just don't belong. No one understands you. Reason I feel not good enough, and it's hard at the end of the day. I need some distraction in the arms of I'm falling, and I can't get up. It's like the last one standing.
Oh, of course.
Never made it as a wise man. I couldn't cut it as a poor man stealing. Tired of living like a blind man. I'm sick aside without a sense of feeling. And this is how you remind me. Nothing's wrong, just as long as you know that someday I will. Someday, somehow, gonna be alright, but not right now. I know you'll do right. Just a little uncertainty can bring you down.
Got a Corey Hart. Yeah.
You can never surrender when the night is cold and dark. You can't see nothing. That where my soul lost, so I can't keep track of the visions in my eyes. Promiscuous girl, wherever you are, I'm all alone, and it's you that I want. Promiscuous girl, you already know that I'm all alone, what you waiting for? Now it's like, baby.
No.
My ears.
Oh, man.
Chill out, what you yelling for? Lay back, it's all been done for. And if
People say her name changed too, which is kind of interesting.
you will see, I can't keep up, and I can't back down. I've been losing so much time. Just you and me, and all other people, nothing to do, nothing to lose. I was wondering, will come out tonight? Every time you get it, everybody's working for the weekend. Tonight's all in the week. I bet you wanna impulse me. You have me down, 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 down on my knees now. Barracuda,
Oh, there we go.
How my day was. You've already won me over, in spite of me. Long if I fall, head over. It's a motor running on the highway for attention, and whatever comes our way. It's been 1 week since you looked at me. Stuck your head in the sand and I'm angry. 5 days since you laughed at me, saying get back together, come back.
No! Drown it! Kill it! It's spreading.
Don't leave me, Rose.
Yeah, I'm not responsible for any of this.
Oh, God.
I want you. I've been a miner for a heart of gold. Ain't it fun? Living in a happy world.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, I did it.
That was awesome, Brian.
Awesome.
I seen that earlier. I was laughing.
All right, so we got the face paint going.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Good job.
wow, I feel right at home. That's amazing.
Flag.
Yeah.
And I even got my Canada Dry. How about that?
There you
Brilliant.
It isn't even made in Canada. It's made in Plano, Texas, by the way.
go.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Good.
Doing well.
Caffeinated.
So,
Non-caffeinated.
so what's the latest and greatest, guys? Who wants to go first?
I'll just say that for your show tonight, my line is gone. So here we go.
Oh, my God.
Wait. Whoa, what is that? Oh, yes. Good
It's
job,
Captain
man.
Canuck.
Captain Canuck, brilliant.
Teresa was pointing something out to me earlier about Chucky. She said maybe the Chucky doll might have changed. Sierra, can you guys want to talk about it?
For the Chucky doll, the thing with that is they remodeled it for that movie, so that I know of, it isn't changed. It's just been changed per the actual film. They wanted it to have a more softer face. So that I know of. My daughter is a complete expert. I'll find out. I'll have to ask her and get back to you because she knows every single line, all that. That's her dream is to work in a Chucky movie. Don't even ask. That's her hero. She wants to, take Chucky to school with a baseball bat and get those bullies. Don't ask.
Well, it kind of shocked me, guys. Whether it did change or not, It was kind of shocking seeing the way the face looked now compared to how I
it is
remember.
more ladylike. Yeah, more like a little girl,
Yes.
really. Yeah.
I imagine he kind of degenerates as the film wears on, right?
Yeah,
He
of
gets
course.
scratched up and dinged up and melted.
Pull that up so other people can see it.
Okay.
Chucky doll. And you guys, let me understand this. Both Nathaniel and Kira, you guys are both artists?
Yeah. Well, I am.
Yeah.
You're a
both-
graphic artist, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm a
What?
graphic designer, so it's kind of
Yeah.
it's like an artist, commercial artist, right? But yeah, I definitely have an artist bone, as it were.
Yeah.
Phrasing.
Yes.
You shared some new information with me, Nathaniel. What was...
Yeah, well, hey,
yeah.
there's something I kind of want to walk through with you. I've been collecting a lot of residual evidence. It's just something that's fun for me because it's like you kind of almost can scry into this alternate universe, as it were. I'm using newspapers.com a lot to kind of, follow up on either leads, let's say like fringe ideas that aren't very popular. Like some people remember Berenstain instead of the Berenstain, stuff like that. But I found a lot of JCPenney residual evidence. I shot you a link through email. I'll put it into our chat here if you don't have it open. We can talk about that. The reason why I bring it up is there oftentimes residual evidence. I get stuff like, let's say I'm looking for JCPenney without the EY. And I'll find it in like, let's say body copy of an article. Oftentimes it's easy to dismiss because you don't know if it's a typo or not. But I have found a lot of ads, circulars, things from JCPenney catalog with the JCPenney logo, as we remember it, without the EY. A lot of employment wanted kind of like HR departments referring to themselves as like JCPenney. So here, I'm gonna give you a link. We can take a look at it because—
Got it. You talking about the Flickr database?
Yeah, here, I'm trying to share a link in our chat here, and maybe I'll send you one.
I think I got it now.
Okay.
Hang on.
It's just—
This is awesome. Who did this? Is this you?
Yeah,
you
this is
Flickr?
me.
Guys,
Oh,
check
here
it out. Look at that. That's.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
So—
is that a dead ringer or what, Teresa?
The ringer, I can't see it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's 100%. It was JCPenney, and I saw it change around 2013, right after Christmas, conveniently, right in the new year. And that's when I saw Berenstain all of a sudden, and the Looney Tunes. It's like
Hey,
all at once.
So Brian,
Sex
check this
and
out.
the City.
I wanted to
Something's
talk
going on.
about this particular thing you're looking at right now, Brian, because this is a side-by-side comparison. Some people— I shared this on Reddit, and some people were saying that in this database, the JCPenney logo looks a little weird sometimes, which I agree. I have a feeling that often a lot of this residue survives because they are using, let's say, the wrong sans serif. Like graphic designer, instead of running the logo, chooses like the wrong sans serif to, let's say, the uneducated eye. It kind of looks like JCPenney. But what blows my mind is just the sheer volume. I've got like about 200 different clipped articles in here. I mean, if you keep going, I mean, JCPenney.com.
What happens when you go to JCPenney.com?
It
Oh,
will
wait, look what it does.
bring you to—
It
it
changes
brings you
it
to JCPenney. It's just a redirect, right?
JCPenney. So
It's just—
they have
I mean,
JCPenney in Canada? They do, don't they?
So it's like the sheer volume, right? Like it's hard
Yeah.
for a skeptic to say, okay, one, I understand maybe a typo, but like this is a business that is
That's
making
a lot.
money, right? This is from the JCPenney circular. Like all these, I tried to include the live links in some of them so you can go back to newspapers.com and check them yourself. But I mean, this is JCPenney as I remember it. The thing that like a red flag in my mind, as I'm doing research, a lot of these are like, say, JCPenney, right from the same mall, and they'll run them like monthly without ever changing JCPenney. So it's not like somebody noticed the typo and asked them to change it. Like they just run it month after month after month as JCPenney. One thing I noticed too, if you cats are out there and you're really kind of cool, like want to check out residue, I've got some tips. I find with JCPenney, it's like if an organization gets too big, right? It starts it's almost like if there's like franchises. JCPenney started getting large. They had JCPenney styling salon, they had a JCPenney auto repair shop, JCPenney outlet mall, JCPenney catalog, JCPenney auto center. It's those other things that weren't necessarily related to the central JCPenney where I find a lot of the residue is still around, right? I mean, it goes on and on. Look here, the one you're looking at, but the Olympic sponsor, they're so anal about the terminology pursuant to Title 36 U.S. Code, Section 38, about using the Olympic trademark, but like no mention of the JCPenney, which some people would say is wrong. I mean, that's the one I remember.
Yeah.
How does anybody rationally explain this away, right? It's kind of defies rational explanation.
I know what you mean. So has any of this residue like tried to change? Have you noticed any of your residue change before your eyes?
Here's I haven't noticed any of the residue itself change, but here's something interesting, right? I like to look at numbers just to kind of get an idea of the population size that we're dealing with. So, for example, if I look up on newspapers.com, I look for like JCPenney with the EY, there's 1.5 million hits that have come up, right? At one point when I looked for JCPenney, just like the JCPenney without the EY, I was getting about 1 million hits. So it was almost like at par. Just the other day, it went down to about 82,000 in total. So I've noticed that my access to residue is in flux from like month to month. The numbers change, and it's not so much that they've added new ones that I find it tends to disappear. So it's I find that's interesting. Another one I was looking at just recently, I can't remember if you had put it on your show, but Little Tykes. Do you remember that brand? It's like a little.
I wish I did pay more attention to Little Tykes. But what about you guys in the audience?
100%.
Why or with an eye?
The car that I got my daughter, the princess car, I noticed it changed in the basement. It went TYKES, then it went back to TIKES, and by the time we had a garage sale, it went back again to TY, and like you can't dismiss it, especially when it's in your own home, right?
The reason I bring it up, it's crazy, right? I looked up on newspapers.com. Normally when I look up, say, the like Looney Tunes as a show tune, there's like a discrepancy. Like the one that's the main one tends to have a larger, like 1.5 million, and then you'll find like just like say 20,000 of the Looney Tunes as cartoon. With Little Tykes, if I look up the one with the Tykes, the TYKES, there's 270,000 hits, whereas the Little Tykes with the I has only 190,000. There's actually more physical proof for a company that doesn't exist
than there is for the one
that does, right? Like it's just boggles the mind. Like how does that even happen?
Well, I think that what's happening is that the people that they remember the old name,
right?
But when they go type it in and it's spelled with the EY, say JCPenney, then they don't think twice about it. They just accept it and then they start typing in EY from now on.
CBS News reports Little Tykes with a Y. What the hell? I mean, what is going on here?
That's wow, that's 2017. Brian, I was going to suggest in the window with the JCPenney/JCPenney, if you go back, you can go to the albums list. I put together a little Tykes versus Tykes for you to take a look at. So, you'll have to
back to
albums list, exactly.
Okay. Oh, wow. Sarah Lee.
So yeah, I was going to say take a look at the Little Tykes versus Little Tykes. So if you kids are interested in looking
at hold on. Look at this. Nathaniel, you're a genius. You got it all organized. Interview with the Vampire. Hello, Clarice. Looney Tunes residue.
Wow.
Smokey the Bear. I mean, guys, you can check this out. I'll be providing this in the chat so you guys can take a look.
Yeah, and I'm going to put a preface saying that there's a lot more in the wings waiting to like be published on here. So. Yeah, I was going to say, if you scroll up, there's the Little Tykes versus Little Tykes, because Little Tykes is where it gets mind-blowing a little bit. Because typically you'll find like maybe one, scroll down, like in these adverts, there is Little Tykes on a single page used intentionally at least like 12, 15 times. It's not a typo. These people are selling freaking Little Tykes with a YKES, right? Notice the logo itself says TIKES, which is, I mean, if you're putting together layout as a graphic designer, there's such a discrepancy between what you're laying out, right?
What is it's TIKES here, and I see what you're saying. Why up here? Why would they do that?
Especially if you're going to be repeating it like 15 times, like they do in half these ads, right? So,
Hey, Brian.
Yes. Yeah, Teresa.
I
Go
feel
ahead.
like I'm a beginner compared to him. I'm serious. I'm like, oh my God. I feel like I'm just. He must have been doing this a long time, Nathaniel. You're so advanced in this. I'm like, I'll never get to that stage.
no, you totally will, because you have like a natural curiosity to kind of hunt out the truth.
Exactly. You
Well,
have
I
to.
find-
But you're so much. You're so organized. You're so
Wow.
organized. I mean, you got like a whole regiment going. I'm blown away by all. I've seen your residue online and the different Facebooks,
Mhm.
and I'm like, wow, I like to meet this guy, and I didn't realize it was you until like yesterday.
Right. Well, it's
Yeah,
funny
because
I think
I was like impressed. I was so impressed by you that I feel like I'm like a white belt and you're like a black belt.
well, here's the thing. I think there's a general assumption, right? Where
Seriously, you're like way up there with this residue hunting, and I feel like I'm like a beginner, and I just want to let you know how impressed I am. And that's coming from me to you.
Well, I'm
I'm very
You can't see
impressed.
it, but I'm red like the Canadian flag. Haha. I was
Wow,
gonna say, yeah, people assume.
I hope I get as good as you and as organized. I mean, I do a lot of residue hunting, but you're so well organized, and you have more
Well, you know the
different
reason why
ways
I'm
that you
organized.
find things, and I want to learn from you.
Okay.
Do we have
Well,
like
I
a
was-
residue college online? Like a
Yeah,
residue
right.
hunting?
I could run one of those, like online
Let's
courses.
do some
and
residue
really-
classes. Residue hunting classes.
I was going to say, I just want to put a shout out. One of the reasons why I'm organized, I'm working with Josh Speed, who you have on the show on
Oh,
occasion.
yes, Josh. Okay, that explains it.
Right? So, I mean,
Yes.
he's very organized. So, I've got to make sure I'm
Yeah,
dotting my
well, you know
I's,
who he
crossing
is.
my T's.
I'm
but,
so impressed
people-
by you. Wow.
Well, here's the thing. I think this is important. The residue is cool because a lot of people assume that there is no residue, right? It's all gone. It's just your word versus my word, and unfortunately, it's easy to dismiss. But when you start seeing all these JCPenney ads, even the skeptic has to kind of be like, scratch their head and figure out why. And I think it emboldens a lot of people who assume that maybe they're wrong, they've just misremembered. But when you start seeing that, yeah, okay, it's actually still in circulation and in print. We can move the conversation forward between like, is it happening or isn't it? And then you could ask questions like, why or whatever, right? You can just move ahead. I'm hoping, I've noticed a lot of skeptics too, are just, I have a friend who's kind of had, everything I present it's just typos and stuff, but this kind of almost changed her mind. Like she's turned around and she's talking about it now, like on her Facebook wall. So yeah, take the residue, run with it, share, please.
Well, I want to learn more from you.
How can people donate if they want to donate to you? How can they do that?
Man. I've got nothing like that, but maybe I'll set like a PayPal button or something, right? So I'll put that in my I'll put that be in my bonnet for later.
All right. If you would shoot me the link, I'll put that out there to people if they want to
Okay,
donate
cool.
to you.
Yeah, I'll pop that together later.
Thank you.
Cheers.
So I want to share with everyone. There's this Google Drive project that I've been working on for a little while. Anyone can get to it from clicking on the link in the description from any one of my videos, and in there is the share drive. There is Mandela affected films. So if you've been trying to watch, say, the Paradox, Cloverfield Paradox movie, it's in there. There is the main thing is like, okay, like the Bible stuff I've been working on. I've got 24 books of the New Testament hand copied in there for you guys. It's out there for the public. I'm not asking for any money. I've also got this project here for a list of known Mandela effects, which Kiara's been helping me with that. So
Cool.
Yeah, I put in a lot today. I still have tons to put in.
Oh yeah, there's a lot on here, guys. Look, anyone has view access. You can view it. if you would like to be part of this project and add stuff to it, let me know. Hit me up an email, mandelaeffectawareness@gmail.com. You can help us out. I just don't want any random person deleting everything, because we put in a lot of hard work here.
Oh.
And you see what I'm saying? All these effects, we've got so far 124. So again, thank you, Kiera, for helping me with that.
I still have lots
Wow.
more. I just ran out of time today. I'll be filling it more tomorrow.
And get Josh Speed too, because he's got like a whole list he's compiled as well. So if we
Wow.
can like sort of put that together, that'd be great.
Hey, Nathaniel, how long you been residue hunting for? I'm just curious. Just wondering.
Nathaniel, you there?
Nathaniel?
We may have some mic
Did
trouble.
Nathaniel? Kira?
I'm here.
I'm here too.
Where,
Corey, you there?
Yep,
Nathaniel, where are you? Uh-oh.
He said
Did we lose him?
something. He said it crashed.
Bathroom break or something.
No, he said it crashed. He's coming back.
Okay.
Oh,
It
no.
happens.
It's the AI.
It's on to us.
It always does it to us residue hunters, right, Brian?
Yeah. Did I tell you? Did I tell you guys the AI did my taxes?
You better have to explain that one.
The lady's name is AI, and in Japanese it means indigo, actually, and it means love also.
He was, I think he's there. Yeah, he's there.
Nathaniel?
Yay!
Hey man,
I'm in person now. Hey, I'm back.
Yay!
hey, you look great, man.
Of course, I'm holding up an iPad to my face though, so this is not going to last very long.
Okay, so Nathaniel, did you have any more you wanted to share with us?
I was trying to share something in the group chat when it crashed, unfortunately. Let's see. You know what? Yeah, I do have something I want to share with you. I'm trying to load up my computer so I can kind of follow along.
Okay.
Actually, maybe go to Kira for the time being while I wait for my Mac to kind of boot up.
Sure. And if anyone has any questions for Nathaniel, let me know. I'll in the chat.
I do.
Okay.
You do? You have some questions?
I asked a question before it crashed, but I don't know what part you heard. What part did you hear when I asked you?
You know what? I don't think I heard any of it, so please.
I was asking a couple questions. Number one, how long have you been residue hunting? And number two, this is like a three-part question.
Okay, cool.
When did you wake up, and what was the one that woke you up?
Huh.
Just curious to see your background.
Well, you know what? I haven't been hunting for very long. Truth be told, it was September 2017 when I really woke up. So,
Wow.
I had noticed changes happening, but there was no central database. Like I had always kind of rationalized it away as like, oh, they rebranded, or like I had bad public education. No wonder I thought Dilemma had an N in it, right? Like stuff like that. I think the one red flag was when I saw the Berenstain Bears, and I worked in the kids department at Chapters for a number of years. It's always been Berenstain, right? I can remember them because I used to think, like, they would go like they would run the Christmas special where they go looking for a Christmas tree, and I thought, well, I used to wonder if they were Jewish bears, right? I would not have thought that if it was Stain. If it was Stain, I would have been making a lot of like let's say like poop puns, right? Like
exactly. Yeah.
I would have taken advantage of that. So really, it was September when I looked up Mandela Effect, and it was, I'd say, I didn't sleep for about like 48 hours, and I just like
sounds familiar,
right? And then it was just like kind of shock because it's like, yeah, because suddenly all your basic assumptions of reality are kind of put into question, right? So you're like, wow.
You went through stages. Right?
Yeah, well, I kind of rolled with a punch. It was shocking, sure, but I didn't get angry or anything like that. I kind of was actually excited because to me, it's like we've been living in a world that's kind of like Office Space, right? Like you have your TPS reports filed, you got to work on Saturday, and suddenly I wake up and I'm in freaking Narnia. It's like You know what I mean? It's like, cool, magic possibility is there, right? Like I'm seeing things like things fixed in time changing, right? So
Yeah.
that got me a little excited. I'm all for that.
Did you go through any stage of depression? I did.
No, I can't say that I got sad. In fact, it was really interesting. For the first time, I'd say I was the opposite. I'm usually a little glum. I'm an old goth at heart. So, and I actually felt
Wow.
really, I'm going to say September was strange. There was first we had the, what do you call it? Eclipse, followed by the equinox. And on September 21st, it was almost like I got hit. I was still so much energy. I didn't go to sleep for like literally 48 hours. But I felt almost like my heart was thrumming. I had this really like almost like green. I call it green, right? I'm imagining it, but for like I would say almost like a month time, it was like almost like I was on E. I felt very empathic. I was very aware. There were a million synchronicities, right? Like you hear that often that you get like a lot of like the 11:11 and all this other stuff, but like,
oh yes,
man, it was crazy. So,
hey,
I don't know if that
have you been syncing with anybody? Like, I don't know, explain the word. Hey, Brian, you want to explain the word syncing? Like having like a lot of. Brian, you want to explain that word syncing?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, syncing. You mean
explain what happens between you and me syncing. Like explain about the picture thing of the cookies. That's really gonna freak him out. Remember the Lorna Dunes?
Yeah, the I'm sure you would know this logo, right? The Lorna Dune cookies. You know them?
Oh, I'll have to take a look at them.
Show him the logo. Show him the two pictures between yours and mine. Well, how close it was. Yeah, we didn't even know what each other was doing.
Yeah, that was so crazy. I'm trying to find. Teresa, do you have that? The timestamps?
No, I cleaned off my phone. Sorry.
But yeah,
tell the story though. Tell the story. Tell the story. Now remember, we're 3 hours apart. I'm in Las Vegas, and Brian, right. I'm allowed to say where you're at.
I'm in Georgia.
Okay.
He's in Georgia. Now remember, he's 3 hours ahead of me. We don't know what each other are doing unless we happen to be texting each other or he's doing his own thing. And go ahead and tell the story about what happened. It's mind blowing.
It's really bizarre. It is mind blowing. I looked at Lorna Dunes and I noticed that the R and the A was merged, and I sent the picture to Teresa and she sent it to me about the same time. It was like within wasn't it like an hour apart or something?
45 minutes.
Yeah, 45 minutes apart. And I have the timestamps to prove it. I just have to find those two photos. So you've given me.
We didn't even know each other were going to send each other pictures because I was like, "Oh, look what I've seen!" Because I love Lorna Dunes, and the whole logo changed for me. And it was we both took the pictures 45 minutes apart.
Wow.
Have you guys had those?
Now remember, yeah, not even talking about what we found between us.
All the time. Synchronicities. All the time.
Oh my God. It happens all the time with Brian and me. Like today I was showing him, I don't know if you've seen the Kentucky Fried Chicken logo. Part of his glasses are missing. I don't know if you've seen it. You know, when you see the close-up of the Colonel?
I'll have to take a look.
Part of his glasses were missing. And I was telling Brian, I'm like, look at this. Part of the glasses are missing. And he goes, oh, I ate there today. And I'm like, no way. Was that yesterday, Brian? KFC?
Yeah, I actually did eat there the other day. That's so crazy.
And it was the same time I sent the logo. And he's like, how did you know? I'm like, I don't know. Like, he'll be at Walmart while I'm at Walmart. And I'm busy. And this was funny. I go into Walmart, and my shopping used to only take 25 to 30 minutes, maybe less. And now when I go to Walmart, it turns into an hour to 2 hours of me walking around, taking pictures of logos that don't look right and cussing out the groceries. Like literally, I'm literally standing there and there's people going by in their carts and I'm like looking at the marshmallows, which are now marshmallows. Wrong, and I'm in the back, and people are looking at me like, "Oh my God, this woman's off her rocker," yelling at the Fruit Loops, yelling at Oscar Mayer Wiener, and you're just gonna really freak you guys out. Mm-hmm. they have people there who do like taste testing things. You know, when you have where they have like a booth and they're like, oh, try these new crackers. Oh, try this new meat. I woke up 2 different taste people there, took them around the store away from their booth to show them everything that was wrong, and they freaked out. And these are people who've been working with these products for years. That's what they do. I don't know how much they get paid an hour, but their job is to stand there and try new products and products that are currently out to get people to spend money. And I walked them around the store going, look at this, look at the Fruit Loops. And they're like, what? And they're getting their camera out, taking pictures, not at their booth, but I probably got them in trouble, taking pictures, walking around, taking pictures of this and that and this. And they're like freaking out. I said, look at Gordon's, look at Gordon's, Gordon's.
Fish
Yeah,
sticks.
and they're like, what the hell? So I woke up 2 people while I was there, and hopefully I didn't get them in trouble because they're supposed to be, giving out samples, not walking around taking pictures of Mandela effects.
Right.
It was so funny. I'm crazy. And yelling at the groceries, no, you're wrong, you're wrong. I can't go shopping no more. I spend 2 hours walking around cussing things out. And I'm like, uh-oh, I didn't get my groceries yet.
Taekwondo says, what did they do to you? What did the groceries do to you?
Nothing. I'm yelling at the logos, telling them they're wrong.
The one vegetable.
And people are looking at me like, this woman needs to be locked up. And I'm like, oh my God, one day the white men are going to come in there and I'm going to be put in a straitjacket and taken away.
So you're actually the most sane person out of anybody in the grocery store because you can see the Mandela effect. You can see what's actually happening.
People are not seeing it. They're just shopping their merry way. And I'm watching people take Fruit Loops off of there. And I'm like, if they only knew. And I'm standing there and I really want to say something like, do you remember this? But they're going to look at me like I'm crazy. And it's like,
I think it's cool that you actually do talk to people about it in real life. I wish I
do.
could be as brave in real life, but I'm just not that brave.
Oh my
in real
gosh.
life.
I did a Chuck E. Cheese. Brian, I don't know if you still have the video. I went to a Chuck E. Cheese a couple months ago. I didn't tell the guy I was recording him. I had my phone, next to me. I walked in there and, when you come in, you're supposed to give tickets out, and for people coming in there to play the games. And I walked in there and I said, hey, how you doing? He goes, fine. I said, what is the name of your place again? Acting stupid. He goes, oh, Chuck E. Cheese. And I looked at him. I said, are you sure? And he goes, what do you mean? And I said, come over here a minute. And he walked out for a second. I showed him the sign and he goes, and I said, look what it says now. And I said, look, it says Chuck E. Cheese's. And he looked at me, goes, oh, they must have changed it. And that's the thing I hate is these people who remember the old way make excuses. Oh, it's changed. And I mean, we hear a lot of that, guys. When we find people who remember the old way, oh, it changed. You work there. You should know the name of where you work. It's on your paycheck. He remembers Chuck E. Cheese. And I gave it to Brian. I said, Brian, here. And Brian was able to upload it. I didn't get the guy's name or anything because I didn't want to get him any trouble. And I didn't videotape it. It was all sound. Chuck E. Cheese. Yeah, we've done a lot of live call outs. And those are my favorite, right, Brian? Brian?
Where are you?
Brian,
I'm here.
where did you go?
It's funny you mentioned the call outs. I'm actually trying to dig up one the other day. Listen, let me just I know you're joining this.
I get so excited when we do live call outs.
I'm not dressed as a clown. I'm dressed as a Canadian flag. It's a Canadian flag, okay? Because we have 3 people from Canada. So yeah,
I love it. Or should I say PFC General Colonel Captain Brian McFarland of Converges?
That means
that video was so funny.
Oh, you like that?
Oh my gosh. I was like, wait a minute, did he just find this clip randomly about somebody talking about Captain McFarland of some sales company? And then it was like, oh no, it's actually Brian himself. Everybody should watch that video if you haven't seen it.
I
Brian
actually
did it.
helped them with their sales scripts.
When did she get here?
I had a
Been
97.
here for like 10 minutes.
Hey, Teresa.
Hi, I didn't know you were here. I'm sorry. I was busy talking about me cussing out groceries at Walmart.
I just crept in. Slithered in.
My
Hey, Meg.
my half an hour shopping spree,
What's up, Corey?
grocery shopping turns into 2 hours.
I'm
Every
the same
Sunday,
way, girl. I'm the same way. It's like everywhere. Once you see the effect, it's like everywhere.
Yeah, but I'm
you know?
literally cussing at the groceries, and people are looking at me like I'm crazy.
Guys, give me a
I'm literally yelling out loud too.
give me a
Are you
second. here,
doing
guys.
like a Corey pose to the groceries? Like he's posed.
No, I'm taking my finger and I'm shaking my finger at them, like disciplining them.
Sorry.
Like,
what were
no,
you
no,
saying?
no, no, no. You need to change back. Especially
No,
the
no,
Fruit
no, no,
Loops.
no.
I'm really pissed at that one.
I know that's one of the most obvious ones, and the brags to brag.
Bags and plastic.
Ooh, it's crazy.
All right.
Okay. What you been up to, Meeks? Hey, welcome back.
Oh, thank you. Sorry, what were you saying, Brian?
Oh, it's okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Carl Budding or Carl Buddig.
Oh,
Yeah, he just posted.
Budding.
for me it's always been buttig, but I understand. It sounds weird to be buttig. It sounds
Budding.
strange. But I was
So, Brian-
vegan, so I didn't really eat that much.
Brian, can you show those images?
It says you need permission. I've
how do I
asked.
give you
I had to ask
permission?
for access.
Hmm.
Well, I
Oh,
am
you know
using. I am using a different account. This is the Mandela Effect awareness one, not the other one. So,
Here, I sent it to you by email, so take a look.
okay, I will. Can
It's some-
you? Are you? Let me ask you. Are you able to share your screen as well? Can if I make you presenter, can you do that?
Oh man, I don't know. I crashed last time, so
Okay. Can you share the image in the Hangouts for right now?
Oh,
sure. I'm trying.
Okay.
Damien G's in the house.
Oh yeah, Damien. Yeah, isn't.
I'm going to do a call out, Brian. I love doing call outs.
If I'm not mistaken, I think Damien's also Canadian. Am I right, Damien?
Damien, are you Canadian? Say something in the chat.
He's also Canadian.
I think he is.
We have 3 Canadians here with us in the Hangout.
Say if you're Canadian, people. Say I'm Canadian in the chat.
I'm Canadian.
Canadians are
For
rad.
the chat, too.
I am Canadian.
Corey.
How many did I get? I actually called a
Oh,
coin
Damien
store.
says Alberta, Canada. Woo-hoo.
I called a coin store. I did a call out and asked them about.
Mikey 73 is Canadian.
Yay, Mikey.
Hey, Mikey.
Mandela Mile, another Canadian. I'm going to give Canadian. Nope, this one's not Canadian.
Noble
Who else
D
is
is
Canadian
Canadian.
here? Corey is. Yes, we know Corey is. Thank you. Right, Corey?
Yes,
Somebody knew you were Canadian.
New Brunswick, Canada.
Wow.
Lone Eagle's Canadian.
Oh, Lone Eagle. He's not in the house, though, is he? No.
No.
Wow.
Just saying.
Wow. I went to Canada years ago. Back in the 80s, I went a trip to something called Winter Wonderland. This was like, you guys remember New Kids on the Block?
Yeah.
I
Yes.
try to
Well,
forget.
I won a trip on a radio station when I used to live in Orlando, Florida. And I had a trip to Canada. It was only like a weekend thing. And I remember watching New Kids on the Block. But I remember the weather there was kind of very, what's the word? Very foggy. Is that you guys' normal weather? It was very foggy and very wet.
No, that's
Depends
been
on what
Christmas
part.
lately.
Only problem is I don't
What's
remember
up,
which part of Canada it was. But I remember it being very wet and very kind of like depressing weather. Does that make sense?
No, it's so hot in summer and sometimes hot all the way until like November even lately.
Oh wow.
Past few years it's been really hot.
I don't remember I don't remember the time of the year that I was there, but I remember it being very foggy.
Hey, you guys had a great interview, by the way. I'm a big fan of yours, Kira and Teresa.
Oh, thank you. Cool.
Meigs, you're
Thank you.
awesome too.
We need more residue huntresses around here. Around
Yes,
Louis
but I'm
Park.
not as good as Nathaniel. He's like, wow, I'm so impressed by Nathaniel. I just want him to know that once again. He's so organized. I'm just like, oh, I found this here, Brian, but he actually has it cataloged. Me, I'm very scattered, but he is so well organized. I'm very impressed by him, and he knows that.
I'm hoping people like it's a shareable format, right? So it's easy to share links, and people can kind of show their mom and say, "Look, I'm not crazy." Like JCPenney was like the currency, I have some things that I don't know if Brian can bring up on his screen, but there was a few. I'm almost going to call them like smoking guns. So we're looking through old circulars, like we were talking about Carl Budding and some other foods like Vlasic, right? But we found, oh wow, that's cool.
What's the Vlasic thing?
What?
Somebody wants to know about the Vlasic thing. What was the Mandela for Vlasic?
Well, here's the thing.
Just
pickles,
curious.
The pickles.
Yeah,
It lost an S. It was Vlasic. Now it's only got one S.
That's weird.
Wait a minute, it had two S's, right? It didn't have two S's?
Right.
Yeah, it did.
Well, now it only has one.
It lost the S?
It lost the S. Check this out.
What is going on with these logos losing S's?
We've got here the hamburger dill chips Vlasic.
Wow.
With the S.
Crazy.
We even found like some. Do you guys know about Color Me Bad? Because to me, that's a new one. I don't know if.
Yeah, 2Ds.
With the 2Ds, that's crazy.
Wow.
I don't know if you got that on the screen. Yeah, so this Color Me Bad, I found it in one of those like HMV circulars, right? But the cover is Color Me Bad with 1D. Like I don't know how much more smoking gun you can get. Like.
Right. I love newspapers.com for residue purposes. You just can't beat it,
Right, and it's weird too because there's a lot of I want to say like fringe Mandela effects, like people who remember Adidas with like 2Ds, right? And it's kind of like hard to get traction because not everybody remembers that. But like looking through, I've been calling up some Adidas stuff that has the Adidas logo in lowercase that I kind of remember, but with 2Ds,
Yeah. Oh, weird. I seem to remember that.
Yeah, and places where it's used very intentionally, where it's like Adidas like repeated 3-4 times in an ad, including like that registered logo trademark thing, and it's like 2Ds. So it's out there. There's residue for all sorts of interesting fringe Mandela like things that only like a handful of people remember.
I remember it because there's a girl I used to date, and I used to make a little sentence with her name. I'd say, "All day I dream about Sharon." So there's no 2Ds in there, so I just put like the letters from each Adidas letter because I loved Adidas back then. I was wearing the shoes and had the shirts and everything, and I was like, "All day I dream about Sharon."
Aww.
Yeah. But
does she know that now you're a Mandela Effect star?
Well, what's funny is
Could you get her back now?
She married him a few years back, and his name was Corey. So I think
really, she married a guy named Corey. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Corey.
I told her I said you had the wrong one. You picked the wrong one.
Oh, Aaron, come on.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you, girl?
Hey guys,
wow, that
I gotta
is really
ask
strange,
something. I gotta ask something. Everybody. Okay, so everybody's sick of the Berenstain Bears. However, there's a new one that popped up for the Berenstain Bears that they now have a baby since like 2006, and that is completely new for so many people. They have the new little baby named Honey. So now there's like a boy, the girl. Now there's another girl. So there's 3 little bears. There wasn't for me.
No.
Yeah, they have a baby, and they've had it. My daughter was born in 2007. We watched the show all the time. That's when I noticed it go to stain. And now all of a sudden there's a little baby named Honey, and I believe it was introduced in 2006.
Oh, I gotta write that down. The baby has always been there in the stories. The whole
baby's
time?
been there since it was introduced in 2006, so like over 10
Oh.
years ago. So what? Like
Yeah.
I would have known. It's new.
That's so weird.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, the JCPenney, look at that. That's perfect residual. Why would they'd
Why would
have
that
to?
even, yeah, why would that even exist, right? Like,
So
how do you
silly.
make that error?
Because it's not that hard to spell penny. If it's always been Penney, like it's not like it has a billion different letters that you would
Well, that's
get
just
it
it. And
confused,
especially
you
if
know?
you're running the logo. It's the name of your company. It's like your signage. It's the first thing
Right.
people will see.
Hey,
and you're like,
guys.
how do you not know where you
Right.
work?
Right.
I saw an
right.
advertisement with the JCPenney, and what was weird about it is it was spelled Penney. But what was weird about it is it actually had pictures of coins below it, of pennies.
Oh my gosh.
Think about that one. Why would they advertise saving pennies and show pennies below it, below the wrong spelling?
If it was
You know what I
Penney.
mean? Because that's her motto for you to save pennies. Not pennies. You're not saving pennies. You're saving pennies with the pictures of the pennies in the ads. Right?
That might be one of the funniest ones to say. Like, Penney!
JCPenney.
You want to save some pennies?
Oh,
That's how I know for sure that it's supposed to be Penney.
Well, you know, some people, they argue, right, that there's no way it could be JCPenney because it's named after this guy, James Cash Penny, right? And it's spelled EY in this universe, for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But I've been collecting stories about JCPenney. We're talking about like James Cash Penny, where his name is like people will write in and like, please help me. Like we're having to settle this argument. I think it's JCPenney means John Cash. The other guy believes it's Jesus Christ Penny, right? They're like, no, JCPenney is actually James Cash. But they don't stop them and say like, by the way, you misspelled penny 5 times, right? Like it's spelled JCPenney Co. In the currency, right?
Right.
So,
wow! Look at that! Look at that nice little chunk of residual. Wow! There's so much. And you know what? This is an excellent. I mean, I was talking to my friend the other day who at work who knows about the Mandela Effect, and he just swears that it's different, all different timelines converging. But the residual like this, it totally discounts that theory because it's just like, unless you have bleed over, but like, why would this residual exist if this particular timeline has always been like this,
It wouldn't be there if it never existed to begin with.
Right.
And I wonder if they, and you know what, Meeks? I wonder if whoever is doing this, leaves it behind on purpose.
Yeah,
like kind of like teasing us, like we know you guys remember. Like kind of like a little tease,
Oh,
right. And it seems to be that even like hoaxed events like Sandy Hook and 9/11, it seems like they leave little Easter eggs in there for you.
Yes.
They don't cover up everything. They leave mistakes in there so that people like us will realize,
clues, like little clues.
The hooks.
Hey,
little clues.
I need to ask you guys.
Little clues.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I need to ask a question. It's driving me crazy. You remember the show called Frasier?
Yeah.
Yes.
You remember the father that had the cane? Remember the old guy with the cane that had the dog?
John Mahoney.
Yeah. He just died the other day, and I swear, guys, that he died years ago. Please tell me I'm not going crazy. John Mahoney, I remember him dying years ago. Just like I saw something, I think Kiera posted, or Nathaniel, that Dr. Ruth also is alive, and I remember her dying years ago.
Yeah.
Can you guys confirm? Yeah, can you guys confirm on the actor John Mahoney dying years ago and Dr. Ruth dying years ago, but yet they're both alive? Well, I want to get y'all's opinion on that.
I definitely remember Dr. Ruth dying because
she's alive.
She was popular amongst like the art school people I would hang out with. We thought she was so funny, like she's just like old woman.
She's cool.
About, like,
guys.
Sex, yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. I'm sorry. Damien says he remembers John M. dying years ago. John Mahoney.
Yes, thank you, Damien. I'm like, wait a minute. This guy, because I remember saying, "Oh, Fraser's daddy died," because I remember making that comment.
Well, did you guys know that
Yeah.
Fraser that show went through 3? What was the dog's name? Eddie.
Oh God! Yeah. Oh Lordy, you are gonna. Anybody in the audience remember the dog's name?
Yeah, Eddie. His name was Eddie. There was
Eddie.
They should
Yes,
win the
Eddie.
prize if they remember the dog's name.
Eddie.
Whatever prize there is.
Are you giving any prizes away tonight, Brian?
I haven't announced it yet, but yes, if yes, some prizes.
Yay!
Oh, by the way, Serenity loves the little teddy bear from like 3 shows ago. She says thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
So nice of you. Oh, that was cool.
Yeah, very, very nice.
I have a call in. We were talking about JCPenney, right?
Right.
The call in to I'm trying to find the other one, but this one, yeah. So this is probably the only one I could actually make out and hear, but I'll share it with you guys if you want to hear it. Hold on.
Southern California Corn Stands. Yeah, hey, how you doing, man? I was wondering I'm doing okay. I was wondering if I could get a hold of some like Eisenhower dimes. How much you'll sell the Eisenhower dimes from like 1946?
It's funny you bring that up. We were talking about that today.
Sure, they changed over. Oh, I'm trying to play word games with you, but Eisenhower didn't have dimes. That was Roosevelt. I remember Eisenhower dimes. I'm sorry, we gotta see. I'm not saying they're back. Right? Maybe
Take care.
Right? Yeah, the silver ones look like they really do look like the guy, but they're Roosevelt. Yeah, you want silver stuff? Yeah, what do you have silver ones? They're about 12 times. Okay, $1.20 each. Okay.
Cool. So, you guys heard that. I did try to do a good call in. I actually called three different places. With these coin places, they're not usually available. I was very, very lucky to even talk to somebody. So, what do you guys think?
I wish you could somehow showed him this bit of residual over the phone. Like, so what do you think of this in writing about there being an Eisenhower dime? Dummy.
Wait, guys. Yeah, Meigs, look at that. Look at that Indian head penny, buffalo nickel, silver,
and the silver Eisenhower dime, right? Everybody, I mean, they say it's the silver FDR dime, which is weird to me. It's the Eisenhower dime. We were looking at this too. Teresa had found this.
Eisenhower
dime.
That's really good residual.
And honestly, this entire article is about cabbies only making 10 cents tip instead of a quarter due to budget cuts and stuff. But they constantly refer to the 10 cents tip that a cabbie makes as the Eisenhower dime is the new. And it's like, how can you have an article all about this dime that never existed, right? Like, it's
so weird.
The quantum dime.
The quantum dime. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, if you had one to this day, it'd probably be worth a lot because it exists in a different dimension apparently now.
But what about Haas avocados is now Haas avocado? Yeah, that was brought up by Jeremy C. Thanks, Jeremy.
I'll get that.
You have residue on that?
Yeah, check it out.
Oh yeah, the Haas avocados.
I'm just gonna go through a lot of the Haas avocado. But I mean, here we go.
Oh my goodness!
See, that's when I'm at the grocery store, I'm yelling at the avocados all the time.
Yeah.
It's weird for me because I mean, Haas, seeing it with an ass in it, like
right. like assassination now.
Yeah. Right.
There's lots more asses in the Bible now too.
So there's ass in my
when they used to be donkey.
There's dumb
avocado toast. There's
dumbass in the Bible, yeah.
Hey guys, I have another one for you. How do you spell dumbbell? Can anyone spell dumbbell?
DUMBELL.
And you got 2 B's in dumbbell.
Interesting.
Right now?
Yeah, look up dumbbell.
Oh, I thought it was 1 B.
Weird. That's really weird.
I thought it was 1 B too.
Can you present that?
Yeah, I can. I sure can. Has anyone tried to talk to any teachers about some of the history?
Oh my gosh, I haven't yet, but that's a really good idea. I was telling my coworkers that I'm gonna write a really long letter to my 7th grade English teacher, my AP English teacher, and ask her about the grammar changes in the KJV. I was going to do that tonight, but I'm gonna do that, and I'll let you guys know how it goes. She's so sharp as a tack, and I just want to see what she thinks about the Bible changes. But everyone should do that.
I think it might have changed back.
Oh,
that's so weird. What?
Because
it had like
bells
from 1B to 2Bs, and then I guess Wikipedia is showing. Hang on, sorry for it being slow. Are you guys there?
Yep.
Yeah.
I never know. I never know if my thing is going to crash or stay up. So I'm sorry about that. So dumbbells right here showing with 2Bs, and it's just spinning. So give me a second here.
Yeah, people are writing dumbbell with 1B in the chat, and that looks so much better to me. It was never.
I remember 1B, guys.
Yeah,
it never looked clunky like that. It just looks awkward now. Dumbbell. That looks so silly.
Dumbbell.
Oh man.
That's a good catch, Brian.
Oh, thanks.
No, who would win a spelling bee these days? Nobody.
Look at guys. Look at the raw right here, Lorna.
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, cool.
That's really weird. It's like wrapping the N in a little hug, you know, creepy little hug. Ugh, that's weird. That's so weird.
I did notice something strange in the Bible when I was looking through. Where was that? Job chapter 7, verse 1. And if you read on through verse 4, I noticed there's the word hirelings. It just seemed like a weird word. I did
hirelings.
Verify. Yeah, hirelings. I asked Tom about that. He says he remembers hirelings, so it's not an effect.
Weird.
Probably.
They have sucklings too now, all over the place.
Sucklings.
Sucklings. Suckling child. Oh, if you
let us not forget that in the Bible now the men have breasts.
That's right. The men.
What are they doing with breasts?
The men and the kings. The kings have breasts, and sea monsters have breasts now.
What?
Oh goodness!
It really does say that.
What is the world coming to?
I don't know. Oh, can I show you guys something real quick? I don't know if you guys have seen this.
You want to present it? You want to present it?
Okay. It has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but I've been waiting to present this because it's so weird. It's just so weird, guys. Okay, bear with me. It's a man animal.
That's fine.
What?
Where you want to show too? Because
it's a man animal. Can you guys see this ridiculousness? Oh my goodness, look at how crazy this is right now. Hold on just a second. I'll just see the application window. It's probably better. Okay. Look at this crazy fruit bat. Hold on. Okay.
It looks like a wolf. Look at it.
Can you see this? It says this is the very distinctive looking Butycophers fruit bat. And it's freaking out on me. Epomops butycopheri. That's the Latin, I guess. It's a species of megabat found in West Africa from Senegal.
It looks like a wolf.
It really does. It really does. It's so weird.
Wily Coyote or something.
Sorry, my thing is going so slow. I wish I could.
It's okay.
Look up monkey face bats. Monkey face bats. They look like those.
Those are cool.
Monkey face bats. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll have to check it out. Monkey faced bats. Let's see. Oh my gosh, what is up with these crazy? Look at that! Wow! Oh, that's so
Where are all
bizarre.
these new species coming from?
Oh my
crazy.
gosh. Look at this one, guys.
Wait, what is this thing again? It's a monkey face bat?
Yeah.
Monkey face bat. Oh, man.
Are these real, guys?
I think
I mean, are they actually real?
So
They're real.
Look at this one.
they're
Yeah.
probably
That is
genetically
so
engineered.
bizarre.
You want to?
There's like
Did you know that
No
Megs
way.
check Egyptian?
Yoda bat? No, that's fake. That's fake.
That's got to be fake.
Yeah.
Megs.
That's fake too. Yeah.
Megs. Look up
Oh, yeah?
Egyptian mouse-tailed bats. They actually have mouse tails.
Egyptian mouse-tailed bat.
I think that's what it's called. Egyptian mouse tail.
Oh my
What's wrong with
god.
United Artists? Damien said look up United Artists now.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this! It really has a mouse tail. Oh my gosh.
Amazing.
That is insane, guys.
And if you want
Why
to
does
see
it have a
something,
mouse tail?
Megs, you want to
Yeah.
see a really, really wild one? Type in the greater glider.
The
The greater glider.
greater glider.
Greater glider.
I'm still tripping, Kira, on this.
It's so cute. It looks like Yoda and Gizmo had a baby.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's so crazy. The greater glider.
Yes, the
Oh,
greater
this
glider.
is cute. That's
Yeah.
really cute. Oh my gosh, it's like, hey, what's up? I'm the cutest thing on earth.
Does look like Gizmo.
Oh my gosh, look at this. That is so darn cute, but it's really bizarre. That does not look real. Oh, that does not look real. Oh my gosh, look at his little paws and claws. Oh,
A fluffy tail too. Oh,
Wait, do they have those in TY Pets? I would probably get one, except for the claws.
Oh my
No, they're Australian.
gosh. That is. I was married to an Australian. He was obsessed with all the animals indigenous to Australia. He never said anything about the greater glider.
no, never seen it till like this week.
It's so well. Okay, this is a sugar glider. What about
Well,
the
they're
okay,
related.
greater glider?
They're related
Yeah.
to the
Oh
sugar
my
glider.
Look at this!
Me,
Oh my gosh!
Easter bunny mouse.
hey, Migs.
It's
M-
Yoda. Yoda and Gizmo. Yoda
I like
and
it.
Gizmo were genetically together.
That is ridiculously
Wait,
cute.
that looks like Chuck E. Cheese a little bit.
Yeah, that's
It does. It really does.
Hey,
Okay, this is the one I was telling you guys
Okay.
about, though.
there's a
Look at
moose
that.
head.
Oh, God.
Look at that. Oh my gosh!
It's
That
like a
is
Great
so-
Dane and a bad head.
Totally.
Yeah, I had a bad fling, a one night stand. Oh, the walk of shame.
I just can't with this stuff. I cannot. I can't.
The other weird one is the Desmond. It's DES man Desmond. It's one word. The Desmond animal. That's freaky. I don't know if
Desmond.
I really think it's cute or really ugly. It's one of those.
Desmond?
Desmond
Oh.
animal. Yeah.
What?
Huh.
Desmond.
DESMAN. And then make sure to put animal.
Oh. Oh my gosh!
Wow.
What is
That's a nice
this?
nose.
What is? Oh, this is a hardcore manned animal, guys. That is bizarre. Look at this. Look at his snout. Look at those
Hello.
feet. That is not right.
Hello.
That's not right. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I see you guys posting that on the Mandela Effect researchers group. I just lose my mind. I mean, this is just crazy. Ha ha! Look at that. Gosh.
Must
I
have
mean,
been a
this
good joke.
we would know about this just like we know about the platypus. You know what I mean? Like this would be right up there with how weird the platypus is, but we
Well, it
don't.
used to be, for my world, the platypus was the only mammal that laid eggs. And now I'll never be able to pronounce it, but there's another animal that can, and it looks like a platypus meets like an armadillo type creature. Starts with a P.
Oh
I
my
can't think of how to
gosh.
pronounce it.
Oh my gosh, this
Yeah,
thing.
there's
We
more.
would. This would be hanging out with the platypus because they would be the weirdest, like black sheep sort of animals, you know? They just look so weird. But why don't we know about this one? You know? Like, why wasn't this in like Discovery Kids magazine, you know? Like, what? The zoo books. Why wasn't this on the front cover of a zoo book, let alone the narwhal, you know? I mean, come on.
I knew narwhals.
Did you?
Yeah, I knew narwhals.
Did everybody know narwhals?
Yeah, I had narwhals.
Yeah,
Really?
Did narwhals?
Sorry, I keep positioning.
Honestly, who knows narwhals?
I did. I'm raising my hand.
What's a narwhal?
It's like a swordfish, isn't it?
No, it's a mammal
it
with
looks
like
more
a
like
unicorn horn.
It's
a
a
whale.
dolphin with a unicorn horn.
Yeah, there you go. Kira knows it.
I've
Yeah.
never heard of it.
I never.
A narwhal?
Okay, I'll look it up.
Yeah, look it up because it's fun. Here, I almost said. There you go.
Creepy.
Oh, they're cute.
Nathaniel, you were
they're
talking.
so crazy. Unicorn
Yeah,
of the sea.
It's unicorn of the sea. Look at that.
Oh, their horns are like otherworldly. I mean, this is
They
just
are.
nuts. They're so long. Why do they have to be that long? How can they swim like that? Oh, that's so stupid looking. It's like a big wizard like stick coming out of his face.
A wizard stick.
Wand.
The wizard.
I love your description, Meegs.
Wizard stick. You know, wizard stick.
I love that.
Mysticism.
Hey, maybe it's related to a unicorn or something.
I think so.
Anatomy of a
It
narwhal.
looks like an auger, like a drill.
It does.
Oh,
Nathaniel, you were
corpse whale.
Yeah. Well, you know, we're on.
the axe murderer one.
Yeah, I mean, we're on Mandanimals right now, and I don't know if Kira had some more that she wanted to share.
Oh my gosh. What is
But
that?
I do have. Do you guys know the "So I Married an Axe Murderer" Mandela Effect?
I do, yeah.
No.
Well, I know Kira does, and it's weird because I have a friend who everything I present to her, she denies, just rationalizes everything away. But this is the first one she acknowledged something was strange about it. So it was interesting. So,
Yeah, me.
do you know the movie? So the movie it's a Mike Myers like vehicle.
Yes.
It's early '90s. It's post Wayne's World. He does this "So I Married an Axe Murderer" film. Here, I'm gonna get screen control. Don't call it up just yet, Brian.
Sure.
Or doing this. No worries.
I will
I think I've
exit
seen that
out
movie.
of screen
Okay,
share.
no worries. How do we gain control again here? Oh, here we go.
There you go. You got it. Thanks, me.
Okay.
Oh,
We're
you're
gonna do
welcome.
this. So, do you try to recall the let's call it the promotional poster, or what your VHS tape might have looked like? Do you remember what the cover looked like?
It was a guy standing next to this big gigantic moon and with an axe, right?
Well, there was that one. It was the one where the two characters, we'll call him Mike Myers, and he's standing in front of Harriet. They're kind of face to face, and he has flowers behind his back, and she's supposed to have an axe behind her back, like hiding it. So we're gonna call it up. Do you guys see this? Okay. Check out the cover.
It's missing it.
It's missing the axe.
Weird.
No, here, listen to this, right? I found this out. I was on a nostalgia Reddit group where people had posted, "Hey, I just watched So I Married an Axe Murderer. It's a great film." And then people started noticing, like, "Hey, where's her axe? Why did they edit out her axe?" Well,
Oh,
it's
that's
on
right.
every
gone.
cover. Here, it's even on the VHS, like the original VHS. Now, if you look at the pose, I'm a graphic designer. They're obviously setting this up as a
What?
contrast, right? Like he's showing up for a rom-com, whereas she is supposed to be hiding this axe behind her back, and she's looking over her shoulder like, "Oh, there's an axe."
That's right.
Now, here's where it gets weird, okay, guys? Because like I looked through a lot of papers, all the promotional things running in the 90s all had this image, right, with her without the axe. Now, if we go to the Sony wiki page, wait, I'll get there in a second.
Whoa.
The wiki page here says, the artwork for the DVD featured an image different than the original movie poster, which had Harriet holding an axe behind her back. Now, we just saw she didn't have that axe. Now, somebody found on Blu-ray overseas in Australia, there's an edition of So I Married an Axe Murderer, and she has the axe behind her back.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Bootleg.
No way.
Can you enlarge that photo?
You know, I'll find a better one. Yeah, let's
Wow.
look up. Blu-ray.
That doesn't look like she could do that anatomically, though. Like that looks like
right?
photoshopped in or something.
No, but it's not photoshopped. I've seen people actually holding it up like in their hands to confirm that it's.
But look at she can't bend her arm like that.
No, obviously
It was there before.
Photoshopped
But I'm sure it was there before. But it looks like somebody like added it in somehow.
You know, and it's funny because
Like
this is a reissue from the 2000s. They reversed the image again, missing the axe. Let me see if I can find that Blu-ray.
Wow.
And some people say Mike Myers' name might have changed due to the effect. Some people remember Meyers. I don't know on that one. I think it might have been Myers like it is. I don't know though.
No, I don't think. I don't know, but the cover I remember an axe for sure.
I do too,
For
for
sure.
sure.
I mean,
Me too.
it's so weird that there isn't even this residual, right? I mean, the Sony page says that. Let's call up a big one. I mean, come on. I remember the axe.
Right.
I used to go to the video store and they had a poster up, and I would always look at it. Truth be told, I've never seen the film, and almost every year I re-examine my memory of seeing the poster on the wall, thinking, should I watch this film? And I panic. I was like, no, I'll never watch it. But like, I always think of this. Like,
It was bad. It was really bad.
Yeah, no, see, I know. I don't want it, like, you know, and it's like, I'm older now. I don't, why waste my time, right? Wow.
Whoa, that is so bizarre. It looks, just like you said, you're a graphic designer. That looks like naked somehow. Like it looks too bare.
Well,
it doesn't, it's not balanced with
not balanced.
no axe, you know?
Right, and it's almost like somebody, like this reads as a rom-com, like
right.
You're missing the comedy aspect of
And
her, like hiding.
Right. She's just a hot chick in a red dress. And
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
it doesn't make, like, what? It's like, and? Yeah,
I remember the axe.
I do too.
weird.
Was it like an off-white beige
Well, it's right here.
thing, long handle?
It's on the screen. We actually found the axe on a Blu-ray edition of So I Married an Axe Murderer for no reason. You can buy it on eBay. I'm waiting for a copy myself. I can't wait to have it because it's the only surviving like residue, but it's a photographic residue. How often do we get that? Right? Usually it's like
No, very rarely something like that.
Right.
Hey,
Wow.
Yes.
Brian.
Yes.
Brian. What about the pictures I sent you of my hands where I think it's photographic evidence of thumb residue?
Whoa.
Oh, show the Jim Carrey thing. Remember the Jim Carrey with him doing his hands in the movie? Remember?
Yeah, I'll try to find that real quick.
Yeah.
Give me a minute.
Tell him about. Do you guys remember the movie with when Jim Carrey was in it and God, who was playing by Morgan Freeman? Remember the scene?
Bruce Almighty and his hands down lower, like his hands level where it should be in the poster. Like
yeah,
the way,
but in the movie he's showing him that he's God. Remember how he screws with his hands
and puts how many fingers? 10, and it was on one hand or whatever. Yeah.
If you look at a still photo of it, the thumb looks lower, just like ours do now.
Interesting.
Just like in the movie. Yes. I don't know if Brian still has that picture, but yeah, remember how our thumbs are now lower on our hands?
Yeah. Okay. I found the picture, Kiera.
Yeah, show them what I'm talking about. Yeah.
And then I'm also looking for Teresa's picture in the meantime. But
yes.
Hold on, give me 1 sec, guys.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. Look. Okay, that's the picture that Kiera sent me. Is that residue or what? I mean, right there, Kiera, you can explain that?
I do know our thumbs lower. Mine was never this slow.
It's not showing up on the screen here. Oh, there, now it is. Okay, so if you line up from the knuckle to the thumb knuckle, where I'm holding a rabbit, it is shorter and closer to the knuckle. But the other picture that I just took the other day is current, and it's much lower, and I lined it up with a line, and it looks like it's residue to me because I thought, well, my hand looks more the way I remembered. So I'm thinking it could actually be photographic residue.
Wait, how many people on Facebook realize that their thumb bone shifted or whatever?
That their hands are much lower here. We can do this now, everyone. Look at that. We can make actual bunnies.
Wait, do what? What can you do?
Couldn't do this before and couldn't do this freaky thing before. I've never been able to do that. It looks disgusting.
Oh no, I've never been able to curl my pinky back. No.
Ugh.
Wow,
I know.
that's freaky.
Wow.
I'm gonna
Me
try to
either.
find that. Teresa showed me about the 6 fingers or 7 fingers on Jim Carrey's hand. Yeah. See, so other than the residue, I mean, the message is clear. I mean, we have. Oh, I found one today. I'm sorry. I'll present that in a second. Norelco. The R. Norelco. How many people remember Phillips having 2 L's? Okay.
Yes.
That.
Yes.
And then I noticed this one today. Now I was hoping you could help me out here, Nathaniel.
Okay.
The R in Norelco. What do you notice?
Oh, you're talking about it's not closed, right?
Yeah, it's open. It's
Okay.
broken. I'm seeing a lot of R's being broken and A's being broken. I guess it indicates raw. I don't know.
That would make sense.
It would,
Yeah.
yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Is that what's going on with the Cracker Barrel logo too? Did it have to do with the R and the A somehow, or was it the C and the C doing weird stuff? Every time I see the Cracker Barrel logo, it drives me insane.
I know that logo has changed several times, I think.
Definitely strange. The Lorna Doone just like makes me go crazy. That looks so weird. There's no reason for the R and the A to be that way.
You guys,
So silly.
And that was us taking the pictures within 45 minutes of each other, not knowing that.
Really?
You knew the whole story about that. Oh, Brian, I thought you told me the story.
That's right.
Yeah, I have to find it. Within 45 minutes of the Lorna Doone.
We got date stamps and time stamps.
Yeah, we found the change. Like,
neither one of us knew we were taking the pictures. Neither one of us. I didn't know he was taking a picture, and he didn't know I was taking a picture. And he's a 3-hour difference, and it was taken within 45 minutes.
That's
of each other. It's freaky.
The logo change or the text style word letter change that creeps me out the most still, though, besides Bible changes, is the Social Security card change with the A like looking like a pyramid now, and it's like connected to the that's like one of the freakiest changes, I think. That looks so weird. I'll have to, well, maybe I'll show you. Social Security. Yeah.
My Social Security card is merged.
Oh, it's
on mine. It's merged.
It's so weird. Yeah, it's like it's the pyramid between 2 columns. Can you guys?
Yes.
That's just so
I would take a picture of mine, but I can't block out my numbers.
I mean, that is so Masonic looking. It's so weird. Yeah, those are the 2. What do they call the columns? There's names for the columns, and then the pyramid in between. It's like, come on, why would they need to do this? Like, graphic design wise, like that. I mean, if that's not like an Easter egg coded in, what would it? There's no reason to do that. Graphic design wise, there's just no reason. Oh, it's Joachim and Jehoiakim are the 2 columns, or what? I could be wrong. And that looks like the R and the did this join up too now? Was that always joined before? The URI? That's weird. That wasn't joined before. Oh my goodness, guys. Has anyone had any more personal Mandela effects yet?
I did. I did.
Oh,
I do like every day. Literally. Yeah. So this girl that I just did artwork for, she's been on my friends list for 2 years. And her middle name was Lissa. yesterday she posts something and I see it's L-I-I-S-A. L-I-I-S-A. I said the dreaded, when did you have 2 I's in your middle name? And she said always. As soon as she said that, I'm like, are you kidding me?
Oh no. That's
And
insane.
another girl today, I'll only say her last name. It was Boyce. Now the C is before the other, and it doesn't even make sense. It looks like Boxy. I don't even know. It's reversed.
Oh, that's so weird.
It keeps happening every day. I'm noticing people's names changing, and then they get aggressive. And I try not to say anything unless I've been close to them prior. But as soon as I see the name change, I'm just like, oh, here we go. I'm in for a blocking.
No, that's insane. Wait, real quick, guys. Do you see this? How there's a pyramid, like a triangle in the E now, and it's like a Triforce. It's like a Zelda Triforce thing. Yeah. And then the URI is combined now. I didn't know about that.
I know. I remember the URI was not combined.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Well, that must be a second change. What do we call these? In math and science, it's like an iteration or an iteration. How do you pronounce it?
Yeah, that is so strange. Doesn't make any sense. But yeah, I saw Nobleness D's recent video, well, maybe it was like 3 weeks ago, about Jaden Smith, and he was looking for residual for his name, and now it's just Jaden, but it used to have that Y.
Oh yeah.
And his residual, this is crazy, guys. If you haven't seen his video about that change, you should look at it, because he found a bunch of he found a Twitter account of this girl named Jayden, Jayden. She's in Germany, but now her name changed to Jayen, Jayen.
What?
And it's like no, that was Jaden. That was part of my residual that I found. That was just one of the things I was looking at. And now it changed to Jayen, and all his residual changed to Jayen of all the things he was looking at. It's just so weird. It's like the D just completely fell out, or whatever. So now her name apparently has always been a weird like that. It's so strange.
I got under my mobiles, and I believe on my Facebook Mandela Effect researchers, I found residual for his name. And here's just a personal thing. If I was going to have a boy, it was going to be Jaden spelt like that.
Really?
Yeah, and then when it changed, I noticed right away it changed. I'm like, well, that ain't right.
Whoa.
I'm waiting for Teresa Lynch's name to have an E at the end.
I don't think so.
No.
You have to drop the H like Mother Teresa.
You better not change on me, Teresa.
Oh my God! Is that the one you were talking about? The Blu-ray one with the axe behind her?
Yeah.
Hey,
I got a picture of it here.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. What were you saying?
I found the picture what he's talking about. The Blu-ray's got she's holding the axe behind her. Right?
Yes. Yeah, we found that one on the I think it's like Blu-ray region B. Like it's got like the axe behind her, but it's the only surviving residue, and it's just strange, right? Because it just appears.
Oh wait.
Oh, you're right.
What does that remind you of? Sunkissed. I actually found Sunkissed drinks without the U and the N merged, but it's in like Malaysia or somewhere like that.
Wow. Why would it be different? That's
wow.
So weird.
Is it the rip-off?
Right. It's a rip-off, but it's actually the accurate logo.
Yeah, the bootlegs. The bootleggers are remembering it.
Right.
What? Look at that, Phillips. He found the Phillips with 2 L's.
Oh wow.
Okay, now I don't have I don't have the URL, but I'm going to share it in the comments when I go back to it. But there was a soccer game about 5 minutes into it. They're panning across, and you see the sponsors list, and they've got the Phillips. I mean, they've got Adidas and a bunch of others, right? So
wow.
With the
That's
2 L's.
really good residual. Whoa.
By
Oh my God.
Mandela.
But they don't have the right Adidas or whatever. They don't
No,
have
they
the
don't have
French Adidas.
I think
Hey, Meeks,
I can see Teresa grinning with the residue.
do you Meeks, do you remember Meet the Millers or We're the Millers?
I never watched that, so I don't have a memory.
It originally was Meet the Millers, and it changed to We're the Millers. And I gave Brian residue yesterday, right, Brian?
And me.
Weird.
Yes. And how I know is when I called the library, we did like we called a few different libraries, Brian and me. The librarians who were there, they are also the ones who rent out the movies. They remembered Meet the Millers as well. And then when they looked it up, they freaked out. Yeah, because remember, they rent movies out free. And they see the same movie over and over and over going out. They literally have to type it in. And when the lady did it, she's like, "We're the Millers." And she's like, "Nuh-uh. No, it was Meet the Millers." And she remembered.
Whoa,
and they don't know anything about the Mandela Effect. Oh, she was. Yeah,
Whoa.
A couple of them were tripping out. Yep.
Whoa, it's just a misremembering.
Yeah.
What is that? What is
wow.
You're right.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That freaked me out.
No, that's not real. That's from Bruce Almighty. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, but it's weird.
Yeah, do you see the scene what I'm talking about, Brian?
I see it. Look how far apart, like the thumb and the.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah,
that's exactly what's happening to us now. Look at your hand and look where your thumb is compared to your fingers. Hold your hand out and take your thumb and spread your hand and look at it. Your hand, just hold it straight up. Like you're, like holding it to the sky, and look at all the space between your pointer finger and your thumb. Look at all that space.
Let me ask you guys out there in the audience. I'm sorry I haven't been engaging the audience as much tonight, but let me ask you: how many of you out there could grab a basketball now that you couldn't before? Like, how many people can grip a basketball now? I want to know.
That's a good question.
Because I think there's some people out there that can now, but before they couldn't.
Wow.
So
you're probably right, Brian.
Teresa sent me some gorgeous, beautiful residue here. Here's ET phone home.
Really?
Right?
That's my little keychain.
It's a keychain. I guess it's like a rotary dialer, right? The kids today wouldn't know how to operate one.
That's from the 80s, Brian. That little collectible. It's an Avon. It's from the Avon, and it's like an 80s collectible. I found it at a thrift store years ago, and I just happened to throw it in with my jewelry, and I said, "Oh my God, I forgot I had it." It used to say ET phone home, but I don't have the little round battery to replace it, but it actually said ET phone home.
Whoa.
So,
not ET home phone?
No, it says phone home, and you can see it. Yeah, it said it.
Yeah.
You know what I found? When I was in Toronto filming with Laszlo, we went to the movies after, and right on the floor, and it's in my Mandela group, right on the floor, it was painted a bunch of different things, like life is a box of chocolates. It also had ET phone home, and I took a picture of it. They put it on the floor of the movie theater.
That's good.
Wow.
So
Well, that's the silver.
remembered
That's the gold leg
That's
too. Oh,
gold
that
leg.
feels like home.
Yes.
Look at that.
Yippee.
Hey, show my sunflower, Brian. Brian, show my sunflower.
I will in a second. I can't go into the messenger, but that's fine. Look at this statue.
Whoa! Oh, that feels like home. Oh.
Okay, and last one. I think we've shared this one before, Teresa, but it's still good residue. Look at Abraham Lincoln's left hand. Is it balled up in a fist or is it straight down? Look at it.
He's got a relaxed hand.
Is he bald? Is his hand balled up in a fist now? Is that an effect?
Yeah,
it's like this kind of. He's like this
flat. Yeah,
it's like this.
No.
Yeah, and some people say his foot.
And didn't his leg move too, guys?
Yeah.
Oh,
didn't his leg move? His leg.
It moved forward and up.
Yeah, look, has his hand in a fist. Right? Look at it. Don't turn away.
He's
look
doing
at
a fist hand. No.
No. Yeah, his fingers are dangling down.
He's like.
But look at this, guys. Look at this right hand. I don't remember it going creeping back like that. I thought the fingers were dangling more over the edge. I don't know.
They were, Brian.
They
Brian,
were. They were like this. They were relaxed like this. Now he's kind of like this with one.
It's like he's trying to let out a fart and he had to move.
Maybe he wants. Hey guys, maybe he's tired of sitting. Maybe he wants to get up.
He's gonna be standing up next.
He'll be
No,
moving everybody.
Yeah, he's gonna get up and walk away. Like, I'm tired of this. Goodbye, I'm leaving.
Did you guys know Abraham Lincoln was a Rosicrucian? I heard who did I hear talking about that? Friedrich Fritz Springmeier talking about that.
What?
Interesting. He's a Rosicrucian. Secret Society man, Abraham Lincoln was.
No way.
Well, he was also a pro wrestler.
Yes.
A pro wrestler?
Oh, so
Yeah, you didn't know
What?
that? Abe Lincoln was a pro wrestler, yeah.
Yeah, pro wrestler.
My friend told me that he's now considered he was in the army and he's like a war hero now or something.
No, the thing
Like
is, my dad studied the Civil War very carefully. He knows it like the back of his hand, and he would have known Abe Lincoln to be a wrestler.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
He was a
glad-
wrestler. He had Marfan syndrome. How is he going to wrestle? He had a concave chest. He's not supposed to wrestle anyone.
Right.
That's so
No, but
weird.
he could bite people with his wooden teeth.
that's right.
Was he the one that had wooden teeth, or did all the early presidents have wooden teeth now?
They all had them. It was very en vogue for presidents. Early ones.
Yeah. I guess so. Did you
Yeah,
guys
very
hear about
presidential of you.
I think I heard on your group, Kira, the presidents before the presidents, like all the presidents before America was officially
There's
united.
more now. Yeah, there's more now. It's like there's more presidents that were assassinated. There's more presidents prior. It's really weird.
More presidents
You'd have to
before
look up the
George
names.
Washington.
Yeah.
That's so bizarre. That freaks me out. Because you never get taught that. You always get taught George Washington was the first president. End of story. You know, like that was where it started. Like,
Oh yeah, it's all changed.
it's so
The
strange.
assassination ones kind of bug me because the assassination as it is with the JFK thing's so different now. But then when you see there's been more presidents that have been assassinated than what we were learning in school, it's even weirder.
Which ones got assassinated like extra? which are the new presidents that got assassinated? Do you remember?
I'd have to pull it up right now, and I can't on this because last time I tried to, I cut you guys off. I can't remember. Remember, this is a Canadian show.
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell you our prime ministers, for God's sakes.
Oh, that's right. Corey, tell some Canadian Mandela effects.
Wait, tell us about the food. I want to hear about food in Canada. And Mandela effects. Go ahead.
What kind of food do they have?
Macaroni and cheese.
Ew.
Hey, is that where they got beef? Hang on, is that where they got beefaroni from?
I don't think
I love
I don't
beefaroni
think so.
I don't know.
and chili mac. Who doesn't like chili mac and beefaroni?
Oh, I love
Is
chili mac and beefaroni.
Are
Yummy.
poutines? Is that Canadian?
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Poutines? Oh my gosh, I
Poutine,
love
actually.
that.
Well,
I
you know.
lived
I
5
wish that
minutes
was popular
from
here.
Quebec, so.
Let me ask you guys. Any English majors here?
No,
Anybody English major?
but I love English.
Yeah.
Does that count?
Who remembers beeves ever being in the dictionary? Beeves.
Beeves, yeah, I know. That's
Beeves.
one that made the internet
No way.
angry. Beeves.
No
It's
way.
a plural for
Yeah.
beef, right? Come
And then
on.
Yeah,
There
that's
was a-
new.
There
And
was a large.
spaghetti.
There was an
spaghetti.
outcry about the beeves. People were not taking those beeves.
No.
What's the beef?
Is Teresa still here? What's a beeve? Many beeves.
All
Teresa, you were bringing
the
up
beeves.
Meet the Millers.
I'm still here.
You had some residue. I found some too because you poked me yesterday. And I remember the Meet the Millers, which is now We're the Millers, right? Here, I'm
Yes.
just gonna jump in. So I don't know if you can see the screen. This is the We're the Millers. I think it's a 2013 film. Now, a lot of people remember it being Meet the Millers, right? And it never
Yes.
was, like even early promo and stuff. I'm just gonna like jump in here. This was a little clipping from an article where he's written 2 comedies, Maid of Honor and Due Date, and recently was hired to write the Meet the Millers sequel.
I got it.
No way.
And then we have
That's
here,
residue.
Good residue.
sections of state parks.
Brian,
are
I told
sometimes
you it
closed
was
for
Meet the
special events.
Miller. Was I right, Nathaniel?
I know,
Yeah,
most
it might
recently, 2013's Meet the
Perfect.
Millers. Right? Like, why would...
I told you.
Oh,
I love it. I love it when we find
Oh my
residue. That
gosh.
confirms that your
That's
memories are
amazing.
not.
Whoa.
I'm excited,
Whoa,
Meeks.
whoa. What about Zach Galifianakis' name? Look at that. Does that look weird to anyone?
Wow.
I mean, it is a weird name, but I didn't. It said
Oh, wait.
Zach Galifianakis.
Wow.
Yeah, nobody
Gal-
can say that name now. Come
Galifianakis?
on.
That's not how.
Galifianakis? No,
Galifianakis.
I'm confused.
That's not right, is it? I don't know. Maybe that was just a typo for them, but that
Yeah.
looks strange to me.
Teresa, you had some other residue for that too? I think you found some like a clips on YouTube, right? Or
Yeah, actually, where is it, Brian? You remember the guy, the homeless guy who was protesting? Jennifer
that was a good
Aniston?
one.
Yeah, you showed me that one there.
Where's it at? Can you bring it up? Because I don't know where it's at.
It's on the main channel. It's a video.
Uh-huh.
I can share that one real quick.
So
Um,
it just
One of you
kinda
guys
blows
should
my
have
mind
it.
that there's
Sorry.
reference to a film that, I mean, the name doesn't exist. And it's not like we're quibbling over like a vowel, or it's like the entire, like meat versus weird. It's just so strange.
And that's weird. And you know what's even weirder is when I type in Meet the Millers in Google,
Right.
it goes straight to where the Millers. It's like Google knows.
To redirect?
Yeah.
Weird. Okay.
Yeah, it redirects it. Yep. It's like,
Oh.
yeah, we see you, but we're taking you here.
Ah,
Yeah, show them the video.
I'll show it.
And then there's the other one where the girl's doing the strip scene. Remember, she's stripping in the movie, and it says Meet the Millers strip scene of Jennifer Aniston. That's
Yeah.
another residue. And I found numerous articles that I gave to Brian before. I don't know where you put them, but yeah, there's plenty of residue for it.
Can you guys hear this?
Yeah.
Oh,
In this clip, let me just say that this is the one Teresa found. 100% proof. Meet the
Residue Queen. Yay.
thank you.
There you go, Bing.
Hey, what's up? This is Gregory. I'm to advocate Jennifer Aniston's homeless man. Don't forget to boycott NBC, Universal Pictures, Jennifer Aniston movies and TV, and also Ellen DeGeneres because she owes me money. Jennifer Aniston made a movie called Meet the Millers.
There you go.
The movie came in number 2.
Oh,
Number 1.
See, I
There
told
you
you,
go.
Meeks. There you
Right.
go. I freaked
Oh
out.
my
I'm still
God.
freaking out.
That's a good one.
I told
That's
you it
good
was Meet the Millers.
wow.
Hey, I found some Meet the Millers
Boom.
residue just now.
We did some
Are
more
you,
Meet the
hey,
Millers.
you guys convinced
Yeah.
now? Hey, Nathaniel, Kiera,
Here,
Yeah.
I got some. Check this
are
out.
you convinced now?
Check this out from Twitter. All these people watching Meet the Millers. Meet the Millers still hilarious. Meet the Millers.
There you go, Brian. Yeah.
Meet the Millers with Jennifer
Wow.
Aniston. Meet the Millers. Meet the
I
Millers.
see-
It goes on and on.
I was excited when the movie first came out. I remember requesting them from the library, and I'm like, "Oh, cool movie!" Because they're, they're not even, none of them are related together. They're all, they're all doing this drug run in this vehicle so that they can make some money from it, and
Wow.
that's pretty much what the story is getting drugs, over to what is it, Mexico? I think that's where they're going to deliver
Yeah.
drugs to a big drug lord. And I remember the whole movie, and I remember, Meet the Millers, and I don't see any, change between the one to the other. Like, oh, we decided all to change the movie.
Yeah, I
there's
researched
no
that.
movies that actually say Meet the Millers
No.
when you look for any like videos.
And check this out.
I mean,
This
it's literally, it's like it was erased,
is from Etsy.
except for
It's
the residual. Yeah.
the 2012 sales props from the Meet the Millers starring Jennifer Aniston. It's an Etsy stub where they're selling props from the movie, and they label it Meet the Millers, which no longer exists.
What?
And they took time to put it in quotation marks.
Yeah,
Like they
right.
capitalized everything right.
Wow.
and
Can
they
you
took
send me
time-
that?
Like they wouldn't.
Hey, can you send me that?
Yeah.
Nathaniel?
Here, I'm gonna. Where do I drop URLs that you can Here, I'm gonna maybe put
Wow.
them in chat. I'm gonna stop sharing.
That one made me mad. That Mandela, because there's certain Mandelas that get to me, but that one is one that upset me.
That is so bizarre. Oh, also, guys, I heard Nobleness D talking about a specifically Canadian Mandela effect. Corey, have you heard of Buckley's cough syrup or something?
Yeah.
It changed the tagline in the Buckley's ads changed from "it tastes awful but it works" to "it tastes awful and it works."
Okay.
No, wait.
Wow.
Yeah, it changed from "but" to "and."
Okay.
And it was checked. They didn't just change the tag. Like you checked into it, it never existed.
I didn't check into it personally, but Nobleness was presenting it, I think, on Scarab's show, and he's like, "This is ridiculous."
Yeah, because
like,
I did know it tastes awful, but it works is what I knew.
It's interesting. I'm reading. Yeah, it says now the now famous tagline: "It tastes awful, period, and it works."
It tastes awful.
It does taste awful. Go lick
What kind
a
of
tree.
advertising is that?
You just got to go lick a pine tree. That's what it tastes like.
Oi. Very
So
Canadian.
yeah, it tastes awful and it works. That is so strange. I mean, it's worth checking into if anybody can do that to see if it actually officially changed ever. But but that looks so strange. It should be "but." Nobleness was saying like it doesn't even make sense. Like it tastes awful. There's no redeeming quality to it. It just tastes awful and it works.
And it works.
There's not a they're just all kind of bad. Oh well.
Well, speaking of things tasting bad, let's see. I had some residue from Damien G.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, not really residue. It might be a new effect. Possibly, it's with NutraSweet. Do you guys remember the array connected in NutraSweet?
Let's see.
Wait, what? Yeah, I'll show you guys real quick. Thanks, Meeks.
You're welcome.
Look at that. NutraSweet. You see the RA.
Okay.
Wow.
It might take 20 seconds. Sorry for the delay. Do you guys remember the RA connected in that?
No.
Oh no, That's another RA. That's another RA.
They're all over the place, you guys. Meigs. Every time I turn around, I see an RA connected. I'm like out on the weekend, and I'm like, Brian, another RA, another RA.
Oh
They're
my
like
gosh.
everywhere.
They're connected for the brand sweetener too, like the brand.
Yeah.
Brand.
That's weird.
Yeah, the RA and the brand. Look at that. RAN right there.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
There was something else I wanted to share. Okay, I'll think of it in a minute. Yeah, the RA. Oh yeah, thanks, Damien. That's what I was going to say. Thank you, Damien, for sharing that, buddy. I appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you, Damien.
How many people noticed the United Artists, the U and the A like that? Is that awkward, or is that how it used to be?
Bring that one up, Ryan.
I got it up. It takes about 20 seconds. See if you see that.
That's really weird. It just looks like a U with a plank on the side now.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I'm in, what do they call that? Alice in Wonderland? I feel like I'm in Wonderland.
I feel like the A would have been more apart unto itself.
Nice.
Like it's looking like the Jack in the Box logo now with the O and the X like melding into a.
Look at this.
Stranger Things. Yeah. All right.
Whoa.
RAN and then AI. Look at it.
Whoa.
Yes. I've been watching that Stranger Things and the RA's connected.
There's no
like
reason. Design-wise, there's no reason for that, and that's like a secret Easter egg. They would want you to, if they did that would be purposeful, and they would want you to notice that or something. Like there's just no reason for them to do that.
They do smush a lot of letters in this, though. I mean, I've seen the guys put this together. It was the style back in the day to get extra tight with the lettering. So they're for this logo, they're obviously emulating a lot of like the.
I could have shared the FedEx one.
But it's like more of them would have been connected if they're doing it that way than just the R and the A.
I thought about that too, Meeks. That's a good point. That's a very good point.
Brian, can you show something for me?
Yeah, I can. I sure can, Teresa.
Okay. This morning I went to get a bagel at Einstein's Bagel, and I took a picture of this, which still blows me away. This one right here. It was in the same shopping center.
Wait, what are we looking at?
Even Tom pointed that out before, but I got to actually see an actual, not a teeny sign, but a big actual full-size sign. This was full-size. That one blew me away. I don't know if that's new to you guys.
I can't see it. I'm looking. I don't see anything yet.
Yeah,
You want to present it, Brian?
Yeah, I'm going to present. What am I? Hang on. I'm looking at what? The FedEx office?
Yeah, it's an actual, and the F's and the I blew me away because I don't remember ever looking like that.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you, is somebody going around to all of these buildings? Are they going to 535,000 offices around the world? Whatever, how many, are they changing the letters on the building just to screw with our heads, or are they actually changing through time?
I
don't
think
remember.
It's the second one.
What are we
It's
looking at?
changing through time.
Okay. Yeah, Nathaniel, you're a logo guy, right? Yeah. So the F, and the I are joined.
I'm going to say that does exist, though. There is an FFI ligature. In fact, yesterday I was working on a project where I had to make an FF ligature where the two Fs get attached. In your font sets, you typically have, you don't get to see, there are extra characters put in, but there is a history of FFs, FFIs.
Really?
Well, now there is, maybe.
Well, show them when you type an F and an L how the F attaches itself to the L.
Right, like that's the F and the I, the C and the T. I mean, it's my bread and butter. So I look at this all day.
No, this never existed in my reality. What the heck? Look at the
either.
Wow. No, that looks so strange.
Hey, Brian, after we're looking at the type, I've got something I could share. It's some Flintstones that I found, but we're talking about not Flint stone, but Flintstone residue.
Oh, okay. I remember Flint with the T at the end.
Right?
Yeah.
So here, so I don't know if you're familiar with the Mandela Effect, but there are some people who remember for a while there was a bit of a flip-flop. People know Flintstones, and then it became Flynn without the T, and then it came back to Flintstones. Now, I've been looking through newspapers.com. I've got up here, I found some syndicated Flintstone comics from Hanna-Barbera.
Oh, wow.
Flintstone, and I thought maybe it was like a typo, but I have about maybe 200 of them that run from 1965 to 1975, syndicated weekly, right? I'm just going to go through a few of them just to show you. Flintstones.
Wow, that feels like home too.
Flintstones.
Flintstones, kids. Not Flintstones. That's so awkward.
Flintstones. And it's crazy because I've cataloged over about like 200 of them.
Wow.
I'm going to put them all together because it just, the sheer number of them, Fred Flintstone. But anyways, yeah, these comics with the Flintstones, that isn't a typo. Like, there's like a decade's worth. It's just so strange. Right? Like that's
so interesting. Why would it have just grown a T? Why would that be like an afterthought that they just added in later? You know, like it's always been just the N. Flintstone sounds so awkward to pronounce. Flintstones.
Well, it's like Flint, like the stone, the Flintstone itself. But I've seen both. And also Barney's eyes, depending on what parallel, Barney's eyes will change. They'll go from like white circles like blinkies to like black.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's weird.
So weird.
Look at this. Oh, man.
You know hold on. You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of the time when, you know how, who's that klutzy guy? He's nearsighted. He's an old man. What's his name? Help me out.
Mr. Magoo.
Mr. Magoo.
I swear there was like an episode where, you know how he never opens his eyes, but like there was this one episode where his eyes went all wide open and you could see him, they turn white. It's weird.
That's pretty horrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways.
Oh, gosh. Weird. Ew. I'm gonna have nightmares about that.
Damien sent me a picture of Jaws from a movie poster, and I wanted to share this with you guys. This is directly
the bites.
Spielberg. Yeah, and you guys know. I think Moneybags did a video. I got to mention him on that one. Where supposed to be the J or the A was taking a bite of. How many people
The J.
Jaws poster?
Oh, I
J.
remember, guys. I can't find residue for that. I've been hunting and hunting and hunting for that one. What about you and Nathaniel and you and Kara? Did
Yeah,
you guys find anything on that?
I got residue. I posted it to the Mandela Effect researchers.
With the
So-
bites?
Wow.
Yeah, with the bite. It's out of the J. The bite was out of the J.
I want to
and,
see this. I want to
Nathaniel
see
got
this one.
some with Roy Schneider instead of Schnitter or whatever it is now.
No
so
way.
we found residue on his name too.
Wasn't there one
Well,
about
look-
bigger boat or something? We're going to need a bigger boat.
Yeah, there's a bunch of Mandelas with that now, right from the fact that the guy's died 3 times in my life, not to mention his name changed.
That's right. Is he dead? Is he dead again? Or is he alive?
They buried him again, so I hope so. Yeah. He's
Oh
dead
my
again.
God.
Guys, I want to point out though the teeth.
Crazy.
Look at the teeth on Jaws. Does that look bizarre? I don't remember that many rows of teeth. Like, look, you see it?
Yeah, I can't remember really if
How many rows are there?
Look, I
It
mean,
is a great white.
on the bottom, there's only 1 row. It looks like, but on the top, there's like 3 rows of teeth. I don't know if you.
What?
Yeah.
it does
Yeah.
look kind of weird though.
This might be some residue. I don't know. This is from the original poster by Steven Spielberg.
Whoa.
Dear George, last week Star Wars moved ahead of.
Oh, that looks weird, Brian.
Mm.
This is a letter from Steven Spielberg to George Lucas.
Mm.
Look at that. That's kind of what I remember. But now it's like this, all jaggedy. And
Yeah.
Oh,
Crazy
weird.
teeth, yeah.
He means orthodontia.
Thanks, Damien. Appreciate that.
His teeth do look weird, Brian.
They do. Take a minute to look at it because it might change.
They look off.
You never know.
He has British teeth now.
Yeah, he totally does. He swam over from across the pond. We got some. What do we call it? Yeah, residual, right? We were talking about
Did you
Jaws.
got that?
Can you see this here?
Yes.
I don't know if you're familiar with the actor, but I remember Roy Schneider with an N. This is the promo poster found in a newspaper for Jaws. Roy Schneider.
Now it's Roy Scheider.
Roy Schneider. We have another one here. Check this out. This is Jaws 2, starring Roy Schneider. Fascinating.
Wait, that reminds me of Rob Schneider.
It does,
Yeah,
yeah.
it used to be like that. Yeah.
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 Let's see what the people in the chat remember. I'll ask. Anyone in the chat remember Roy Schneider or Roy Scheider? Which one? Let's get a vote.
I've never even heard of the name Scheider in general.
In general,
That's
right?
That's so strange. Or Sterling for that matter. You know,
Yeah.
instead of Sterling. Sterling.
I remember
I've never heard of
Sterling.
it.
Yeah, I'm on the Sterling board. See you. Wow, look at that, man, Nathaniel, you're crunching it, man.
Yeah. Am I broadcasting? Really? I'm looking for some Sterling stuff.
You have Rod
There was
Sterling.
Brian, I gave you a whole bunch of Sterling before, remember?
I know.
Yeah, we found tons.
How many people remember the unibrow? I know I do. He had a unibrow.
Oh, man. Sorry, I'm in the wrong channel.
Like you said, unibrow.
I know a unibrow. Well, maybe he does now in this reality. Who knows, man? Oh man.
Here we go, Rod Sterling. All right.
Red over here, like to match my makeup on the face. Face makeup. Good.
There's a lot of Rod Sterling. I mean,
Wow.
I
Yep,
remember
there he is.
Rod Sterling on the Move.
Oh my
Rod
god.
Sterling. Rod Sterling of Twilight Zone, right?
Yeah.
I remember him.
Yep.
Rod Sterling is
Yeah.
on TV. He totally is
Wait, is
sidelined.
he? Did that say he's Canadian born?
Where?
Wait, go back.
Yeah.
Might
Oh
be.
no, Canary Bird.
Oh,
Canary Bird.
Oh,
Sorry.
Canadian born. Got Canadians on the brain tonight.
It's okay.
Yeah, star of Rod Sterling's Unusual Fantasy. Twilight Zone. Oh, here he is again, host of the documentary that chronicles sightings UFOs. Where did he? Oh, there he is. Rod Sterling, classic.
Yeah,
Rod Sterling.
Wow.
Sterling isn't a thing. Sterling is not a thing.
Look at this. Rod Sterling and Edgar Allan Poe with an E. That's what I remember, guys. Not the Edgar Allan Poe with an A.
Yeah, that's a
by
good
the
one.
way.
I didn't know. I didn't know his name changed
I
too.
didn't know his name changed.
Rod Sterling. Look at this tonight. Huge Rod Sterling. Ah! And there's so much of it. Like, there's too much of it to actually come through. Like I had to, do this full time.
Hey guys, if my name changes, please let me know, okay? Because I know there's an H in there.
Yeah, I'm worried about they're probably going to add an E at the end.
Do you guys remember Mother Teresa?
Yeah.
That's who I was named after.
Wow.
Meeks, have you noticed anyone on your friends list names?
Not through Facebook or anything or anything in real life, but I don't know.
Except Brian McFarlane in the past, remember? Remember that video?
Yeah.
Brian!
I noticed some people were saying they remembered Brian McFarland with a D. I remember being MC.
I know you did a video on that. Like you did a video like back when. Name change.
That was Brian's doppelganger doing that.
Yeah, for me, I remember like MC FAR, but.
Nathaniel, I can't help but notice you use a Mac also, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember MacBook having a uppercase B in it or a lowercase B in it in MacBook? What do you remember without looking?
Man, I'm trying to recall it. Honestly, I don't have a memory of it, like of how it should be spelled. Oops.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I can tell you iPad has like a lowercase I, but I don't know. So you guys remember Mother Teresa with an H, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I know Teresa does.
That's right.
I was named. That's what's spooky. Did it change again?
Well, no, it's back to, I mean, it still is Teresa, but I mean, there is so
No.
much
I was named. No, I was named after TH.
Really?
Yeah, I was named after Mother Teresa with the H.
Well, yeah, I mean, she's Mother
I'm
Teresa.
Catholic, guys. Oh, wow. That's freaky,
so
especially when I know it.
That looks
Yeah,
so
I was named
weird.
after Mother Teresa.
It's definitely always had the H. You just know that. She's
Wait a second.
famous enough where.
Okay.
Sorry?
Totally freaking me out, guys.
It's like the Gandhi thing.
Don't lose the H.
There she is.
Oh, did Gandhi his H too? He's just G-A-N-D-I.
Yes, the Gandhi.
gosh.
Gandhi did.
What's the significance of the H's, I wonder? That's so weird.
And it's if you build it, he will come. It's another H. It was if you build it, they will come.
They will come.
Oh, that's so weird.
Oh man, it's hurt my head. But here's another one that's going to blow your mind, though. Nathaniel, are you done presenting? Or
Yeah, here, build it.
Okay,
Check this out.
Whoa.
The movie
Build it
made
and they
the Wakanda line famous. It totally did.
Oh my gosh! I wish you could share your library of residual. I just have a field day with that.
There is a link to, I'm sharing them on Flickr. There's a whole bunch of albums.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's.
I would love to see your library, Nathaniel.
Okay.
I would love to see it.
Here, I'm done presenting, so you can pull it off. Thank you very much.
Wait, hold on. Oh, thanks, Nathaniel.
No worries.
Yes, thank you.
There's this. Maybe you can help me out here with Dairy Queen also, because I think it might have been Damien showed me this one. The Dairy Queen logo from 2001 to 2007 almost looks like a spoon. Like it looks weird. Actually, from 1960 to 2001, does anyone recognize that cue? Or does that look off to you? I didn't.
Definitely.
And the Y is chopped off. Look at the Y is chopped off.
Oh, weird.
Mm.
It almost looks like the on switch.
Yeah.
It kind of does.
That's
It is what it is.
Ugh, the Y looks so strange too. No, I don't like that.
I gotta ask you guys this too, because I saw Home Alone 2 recently, Lost in New York,
Oh
And-
yeah, that's a good one.
How many
Donald
people-
Trump was in it. Is he out of it now?
Really?
No, I don't remember Donald Trump in there. That's the thing. But
No, he was for me.
He was.
And
I
Yeah,
didn't
for
see
me, I
that.
remember. Yeah,
Yeah, I do remember that.
You remember him?
I remember him too in the movie.
they
Okay.
bumped into him in the hotel.
Oh really?
That's
Yeah, he like
That's
bumps
right.
into him in the hotel and asks him a question or something, and then he moves on. But it's like a quick little cameo.
Oh weird.
Yes, she's right. She's right.
Shit, isn't there a Donald Trump bit in Quantum Leap too, now that I recall? I think Scott Bakula has a moment where he meets young Donald Trump getting out of a car and his dad's
What?
helping him out. Yeah, I swear. I think it's funny, just his like quantum connection, right?
Right, right. Oh, that's so strange.
Hey you guys, I'm gonna have to bow out. It's getting late for me
That's
on my
fine.
end. And so I'm just gonna have to give my goodbyes right now. But I have to thank you very much for having me on the show.
Thank you very much, Nathaniel. Hey,
Bye.
can you post that in the chat one more time? Can you post that link to your Flickr?
Sure, give me a sec. I'll have to call it up.
And also send me a link later on to PayPal if anyone would like to donate to help support the cause, because I know you do strenuous work trying to find it.
Mhm.
Residue.
Here, I'm posting the link into our chat, but I'll also post it onto the YouTube in the comments.
All right, thanks. Thanks so
Cheers.
much.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah, nice meeting you.
Bye,
Yeah,
Nathaniel.
likewise. Have a fun
I'll
Canadian
see you on
night, eh?
Facebook, Nathaniel.
Hey,
Cheers.
okay, man. Take care.
You too.
Thank you,
Meeks,
Nathaniel.
Yeah.
would you do the honor of picking a prize winner and make it fun? Okay.
I just found residue.
I'm sorry?
I've got.
I'm watching this movie and it says Niagara Falls. Oh
Really? Not Niagara?
no! It says Niagra. Is that right or wrong?
That's right. That's right. That's the right one.
I'm gonna take a picture of it right now, guys. Hold on. I'm watching the rest of this movie and it's residue right in front of my face.
Ooh.
Wow. That's three
When I
things.
think of Niagara Falls, I think of that Three Stooges episode where they say Niagara.
Hold on. Brian, I'm gonna send this to you.
Step
Hold
by
on.
step, inch by inch.
Niagara. Brian, I want you to show this.
All right, Teresa, Meigs, I want
I'm
you
freaking out here again.
Oh.
pick
Oh,
two guys
sweet.
right
Can
now.
we send it? Can we send it to Can we send one to Corey and one to Mikey in the chat? 'Cause
Sure.
Canadian.
I'm gonna send it to you now, Brian. Check this out. Residue on TV, right there.
Wow. Yeah.
Meeks, are you where you can see your mail too? Because you know I send you a lot of stuff, but I don't know what you see.
Oh yeah.
If I send it to you, can you see it? Okay, hold on. Because I don't know if you look at the stuff that I send you. I send you stuff all of the time. Let me see. I'm gonna send it to you now.
I'm bad with Facebook messages.
Oh. Search for Meeks.
Did you pick the prize winners?
Oh yeah. Are you giving both of them away?
Yes.
Okay.
But make it fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These are
I just sent it to you, Meeks. I just sent it to you.
Oh, thanks.
nerd cubes.
Wait till you see it. It's
You-
freaking
you-
awesome residue.
You want me to ask a question that people can answer? Do you want me to pick?
Yes, and pick.
Ask them if they know what woke me up.
Let's see.
They should know.
Oh my gosh, what is a question that I could ask? Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness.
Something make it something from your channel too, like that. That's kind of unique.
Oh. Okay.
Maybe a Bible question, perhaps. I don't
Okay.
know.
Without looking, what is the very first video that I put on my channel? You guys can't look. What was my very first video about?
I don't even know that one.
I don't know that one. That's going to be a tough one.
Me
Maybe
too.
how about a Bible one? Do a Bible one.
Okay. What did? Okay. What? Oh, what can I say?
Okay, guys,
Now,
help
okay.
me.
Now, what does it say? When Jesus rode in, he used to ride in on a donkey. I think it was into Jerusalem, I want to say. But now, what is he? what does he ride in on now? This was celebrated in like Palm Sunday.
It's a donkey and something else, right?
Yeah. What does he ride in on now?
A donkey and a what? So that's the question. And you will get a merge cube. And as for the other question, now every Christian should know this. What is the shortest sentence in the Bible? The shortest sentence in the Bible. If you can tell me that, you get the other prize cube. Merge cube.
And again, this was my question is pertaining to Jesus riding into Jerusalem. Now he rides in on 2 animals. What are the 2 animals?
Okay. Okay. Dean Johnson. Who answered? Looks like Dean Johnson. Okay. So Dean Johnson I think he got it right.
Yes. Yes, indeed. It was a colt. A colt and a donkey now. He rides in on both somehow. We don't know how he's doing it.
Okay, so what about the other question? What is the shortest sentence in the Bible? And you get a merge cube as well. Somebody from...
I don't even know that.
Yep, Mandela Mile. Jesus wept.
Wow.
That is the shortest sentence. Thank you, Mandela Mile. Send me an email, and I'll Mandela Effect Awareness at gmail.com, and I'll send you one of these pretty little merge cubes.
Oh, Deb GK got my first question right. The first video I did was about Pizzagate.
Oh, yeah. Whoa. Yeah. That's crazy.
That was a long time ago, guys. Woof.
Me. So,
that was when I didn't have a Mandela family.
Well, you do. You do.
Anyway. Well, cool.
Brian, did you see the residue?
The residue?
Yeah, the Niagara. I just took a picture of it now. Sent it to you and me.
Hey,
the weirdest thing is my parents live in Niagara Falls, and we used to travel there all the time for other relatives, and I saw it change twice. But I was little, and I got in trouble for saying it was wrong.
Really?
Yeah.
Did they call you crazy?
My family thinks I'm crazy right now. They don't talk to me.
Oh, really?
At all. My mom's completely changed, and it caused an argument. And the only thing she remembered the same, literally, was Limburg baby.
No way.
She's not the same person, and her maiden name changed.
Whoa! Does she think you're just obsessed? Does she want you to like take medicine?
She did the well. What can I do about it? Well, what can we do about it? And I was like, you're not curious. You don't want to know more? And she's like, no, I think it's just, it's nothing. And then she said the thing about, oh, be careful what you say in front of your daughter, you know? And I was like, that's it. I'm done talking about it.
Oh, because she's calling you out, like saying that you might not be a fit parent or something. Like,
meanwhile, my daughter's the one that points out lazy boy on grandma's chair. Right. You know what I mean?
Right,
wow.
Right. Oh no, that's kind of what my brother told me. He doesn't know if he wants me around his kids because I'm talking about the Mandela Effect. I'm like,
oh god.
I mean, it's just like what? Like what? They're really, it's like they're really going for the jugular when they say stuff like that. And I could tell he was like raging mad when he's, you know, it's just like,
yeah, they get very aggressive.
Why do they?
Why do they? My boss is the same way.
I think it's got something to do with this reptilian brainstem. They get like instantly aggressive. It's really weird. Yeah. They don't know how to handle it.
I'm going to try to put out a video pretty soon. I've been isolating clips of people that have been gang stalked talking about that exact same hostile reaction when they talk about gang stalking with their parents or family. And they get immediately hostile and they hate, like, they won't. You know, it's just crazy that those people are saying the same thing that we notice and react.
I got told by a Facebook friend I knew for 7 years, said to stop drinking the Kool-Aid, and then he blocked me. I'm like, okay, then.
I think I saw that.
Yeah.
That's a common thing that people say in the comments too. They either say take your meds, or you're a nutcase, or stop drinking the Kool-Aid. Like it's like a trolls. Yeah, it's just like. Okay.
Maybe they got like downloaded. Maybe somehow they're been downloaded.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think it's the 5G. I think it's the Gwen towers and the cell towers like triggering when you say certain things, triggering an effect in people's
and that's
minds.
their response that they're supposed to say back to you.
Yeah. Because we know those cell towers, they put them in signs on the highway. They install the Gwen towers like in the signs on the highway to affect your mood, like road rage and stuff. Like why else would they actually can affect your mood with frequencies. So
Wow.
I'm sure.
I wonder if we'll ever figure out why we are the ones that aren't affected by.
I wish we could. I wish we could figure that out.
I mean, we all must have something in common that's uniting us all. That we're all seeing the. Yeah.
Because I almost feel like unworthy or something to be able to see this because it's so huge.
We're the 144,000 light workers. The majority of us. That's what we're here to do. You got to raise the frequency.
So basically, we're on a spiritual journey. We're like on a spiritual journey, and we're supposed to be fulfilling something. I mean, do you agree with that, Meeks? And
I mean, I definitely believe there's a purpose in us seeing. I don't know if we're a certain group of people or whatever, but I think more people are waking up every day, and I hope, I hope this will reach critical mass at some point. It seems like the media is doing damage control to try to like shut people up from talking about it. But
hey, you're going to apply for a job one day, and it'll be white, black, and then they'll have like another little space that says Mandela Affected, check here.
Right. But I know, I definitely think there's purpose in us being able to see it right now. I don't know any more than that, but I
don't know. Would you ever go
we'll
back?
have our own population,
I guess Mandela Affected Island.
Yeah, really. That's what we ought to do, have our own island. They had the island of Misfits. This could be with the island of Mandela Affected.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the star-bellied Sneetches. Remember that story?
The what?
The star-bellied Sneetches. Dr. Seuss. You ever read that?
No.
Yeah, you got to read it. The
Star-bellied Sneetches. Oh my gosh. You're a star-bellied Sneetch, Brian. You look like one tonight.
my guys, the leaf looks more like a fleur-de-lis. I apologize.
Well, I live near Quebec, so I get both sides anyway. So,
Speaker, we didn't get to talk about Canadian food. I love Canadian bacon.
Oh yeah, food.
Yeah, well,
my favorite subject.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, it's so funny. Like, you guys say about your food. So when I was younger, I always we didn't get Jiffy here, so it was like anytime I could get the main, I had to go get. I stock up on Jiffy and bring it across the border and try to make it last till my next visit. But some of your foods we don't get, and some that we have, I don't think you get. But
what kind of foods?
I know we didn't get Frankenberry cereal because my mom would always get that across the border.
Really?
Wow.
I don't think you guys get ketchup chips down there, do you?
Yeah, we do.
Ketchup chips.
Oh yeah,
What?
there's ketchup chips here.
Okay.
What the heck is ketchup chips?
I never. Heard
I'm a personal trainer and I slap them out of people's hands. We get ketchup chips here, believe me.
Ketchup chips. I've never heard of that. Oh my gosh.
Wait, you got to show me a picture of them or something.
Pull up Lay's ketchup chips.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
just type in Lay's ketchup chips. Yeah.
Ew, that's so gross.
Oh my goodness.
It's good though.
They've got to be covered in glyphosate.
Oh
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if I want to share this or not.
They look so
Look,
gross.
Lay's
Ugh.
ketchup chips. How about that?
Yeah.
That's a strict
What are they?
Canadian
The
thing.
pickles.
Oh my gosh.
Pickles.
Ugh.
Okay, who is sending me something? Did you send me something?
I did.
Okay. Oscar Mott?
You guys were talking about weird things happening to you. For some reason, I woke up around 2:30 in the morning this morning, and I just started to turn my TV on. This gets really bizarre. So I turn on the TV, whatever channel's on is on, and guess what episode happens to be playing from American Dad?
What?
The
Guess
one
which
with
episode?
the Jiffy peanut butter.
Yes, and I took a picture and I sent it to Brian right now. What was the odds that I turn on the TV and they're having the Jiffy show? And I've never seen that episode before. I've seen posts, on the different Mandela sites. And I literally am sitting there going, am I being tormented right now? It's like it was being thrown in my face. So I watched the episode, took my picture, and then went to bed. I was like, okay, I was supposed to watch this. 2:30 in the morning. I was like, is this like a message for me? And I got up this morning around 5 o'clock. I'm like, I didn't hardly sleep from sitting up watching this family Guy thing, whatever. Or American Dad. So I took a picture and I sent it to Brian, not realizing that, this has already been on the Facebooks.
Actually, Teresa, I actually thanked you, and I shared it already. Thank you.
Oh, I was like, wait a minute. But it's like they're throwing it in your face, guys. If you notice that, they put it right in your face like, ha, here it is.
Did you guys see
which episode? I was just kicked off. What episode did you say?
Which one was it, Brian? I sent you the information.
Jiffy peanut butter?
There's the one Jiffy peanut butter.
Something about it. It was an older episode. Oh, Lord, I can't remember which one it is. I'd have to look it up. It's where the kid's going to be doing a report at school, and he finds out, starts doing research about it, and then he finds out the Illuminati was the ones in charge of the peanut butter.
Oh,
and
that
really?
One, yeah. Oh, I gotta watch that. That's so pertinent to what.
Which Brian, can you Google it? Because your computer's got full internet. Mine's like really bad. Can you Google it?
It was an episode about the Illuminati and peanut butter.
Yes, peanut butter. Yes.
Oh my
it was on at
God.
2:30 in the morning, and trust me, I was up watching it. See if you can find it, Brian.
They're just
Hang on,
family. Not family. I keep saying family. American Dad. Jiffy peanut butter episode, or just say peanut butter episode.
Is it a picture of the one you sent me?
That. Yes.
Is it the one you sent me? I see it right there.
Wow.
What episode is it?
Jiffy
Oh
peanut
my
butter.
gosh. That's ridiculous.
See if you can Google the episode. It was like being thrown in my face, and they keep saying Illuminati this, Illuminati that.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really weird. Oh yeah.
I've seen that image before, but I didn't know it had anything to do with like the Illuminati in that episode. I mean,
yes, it does. It does.
Right in our faces, guys. Wow.
I know. It's like, I mean, I go out on the weekends, just to get away. Mm-hmm. And no matter where I go, I'm texting Brian. Brian, look what I just found. I mean, even on the weekends, I can't get away from it.
It's the same.
Hang on, look.
Did you find it, Brian?
Yeah, I found it. But I can share a short clip. I don't want to get copyrighted.
Go ahead. Show me about the Illuminati and everything. Yeah, it was freaky. Tell them which episode it is.
Let's see. 13th episode of season 2.
Yes, it's an older one.
The 13th episode, of course.
Peanut butter guy.
13th.
5X. Look at the belt buckle on lavender.
Oh my gosh.
It's the same.
Wow.
The eye Jiffy. Even on Union brand, America's first peanut butter. Where?
Oh my gosh. Ew, I hate this. I hate that they do this.
Oh, look at the Illuminati.
They even have the peanut man with the
monocle.
Yeah, they have the peanut man with the monocle. With the Illuminati monocle.
The monocle, the Illuminati, it's all related to us.
Right. Oh, that's so stupid. From 2013, Illuminati. Isn't that what Jim Carrey said too? Like the Illuminati? Like, he just... That's so stupid. Oh my god.
You see it though? Do you see it? The whole and then when he's in the grocery store and they're showing the Jiffy, I'm like, what? And I'm like, picture, and that's when I'm snapping pictures, trying to get it, Brian.
Right.
And not knowing that it's already been on the internet, and I was like freaking out. I'm like, okay. I had a hard time going back to sleep.
Oh, I bet. That kind of stuff is it's so bizarre. It just gets under your skin.
Oh my god. And then
especially
the Taco Bell commercial freaks me out. The Taco Bell one?
Oh yeah, that's bad.
Illuminati one? Yeah.
Oh.
Hey,
Question about KFC. You know the
KFC, what
KFC
about it?
guy, Colonel Sanders?
Yeah.
Do you remember him having only partial glasses?
What?
Eyeglasses? Part of it's missing. Yeah,
Oh.
Brian, show her the picture.
I'll show her.
Oh, like the
I think
big
I've
room
seen
at
Wait till you
both.
see
I've
it.
seen bifocal
Part of his glasses
and
are
the one-
missing.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
weird.
show the picture.
He's fading away.
They take away Mr. Monopoly's eyepiece, and now they're taking away KFC guy.
Yep. They don't want him to have no glasses.
No,
Do they give him like
See it?
hipster glasses now?
They look like classic 50s.
Maybe,
style.
hey guys,
Look.
maybe Mr.
Oh,
Monopoly
right.
Man and the KFC dude is getting an upgrade.
well, we got a female.
You get it?
Yeah.
Upgrade. Hey, if they can upgrade our bodies, then they're going to upgrade their bodies.
Well,
Take their glasses away.
Yeah, let me ask you.
Why does he?
Go ahead.
Ugh.
Sorry, Meeks. Sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say, why does he look so tan in that picture? I guess he's in Hawaii.
Look at that. He's
Lightsaber.
already
Planting
like-
KFC in Hawaii.
He's
I
too
remember
close to the
when I
fryer.
taught English in China, people were like, no, the KFCs in China are like more popular than McDonald's.
Ugh.
They call it Kentucky. People love KFC there.
Can do it.
Yeah, these look horrifying. Oh my gosh.
He's too close to his
Yeah.
fryer.
I guess so.
It seems like his glasses look strange now, but it seems like they were always
Yes.
I know. You're.
And
No.
the one that's drawn, the cartoon one, it's like part of it's missing. Is that the one that you showed, Brian? The cartoon one?
That's weird. That doesn't look
But
right.
this- I don't know, guys. I mean, I don't remember them being like this back then. Do you? Like so quick.
No.
I never paid enough
No.
attention. I want to say I've seen bivocals.
That's
I have the
weird.
worst news for all of you. I
What?
have the worst news
Oh no.
About what?
about me. It's past my bedtime. I gotta go.
Oh,
We're winding
You know
down.
what I'm doing?
It's gonna
I'm
be
drinking a
no
Coke right
Canadian
now.
show.
That's why I'm still awake.
I wanted to go out with a little prayer. If you wouldn't mind leading us, Kiera, if that's okay. Could you do that for us?
Okay, how would you like me to start?
Just say a little prayer for us. That's all.
Oh, may all of us be safe in God's arms. Sleep well. Be safe tomorrow. Blessings upon everyone. No ego, people. Be loving. Be kind to one another. Amen.
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 Thank you. And
Bye, everyone.
bye, guys.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Good night. Everybody get rest. Sleep.
Get rest, sleep, but not too long. Don't stay asleep.
It was a great show, guys. I enjoyed myself.
Aw,
Did you guys
it was
have fun?
awesome. Wait, can I show like one more thing? I
Yeah,
totally forgot about this. I wanted to
Okay.
show this.
Good night,
EYA
Kiera.
actually shared this on her channel. It's another man's animal.
Thank you.
I'll show you guys. real quick.
Okay.
Kiera,
Um,
I forgot to tell you for Are you still there?
Oh, I think she.
Okay.
I'm still here. Do I matter?
I'll
okay.
send you a book, Stasha Erickson's book, and as a way of saying thank you for coming on. Okay.
Okay, guys, check out this freaky bird. This freaky. Can you see this?
I want to see.
Can you see it?
Oh my goodness.
Look at the
I'm
eyes.
trying to get my.
It's
what the hell is it?
Whoa.
It's got. Look at the eyes.
What?
Wait. What about the eyes?
Look at the eyes. And they're like on the beak.
Can you freeze it? Can you freeze frame it and make it larger, maybe?
Okay.
All right. I don't see any eyes. Do you guys see the eyes?
They're like right there. Do you see? I think maybe not. Maybe
It
those
looks
aren't
like
eyes.
a beak or
Wait.
something.
Yeah, but
Is that a bird or a dog? I can't tell the difference.
doesn't that look like the
Bird.
eyes?
A bird dog.
So strange.
Call it a bird dog, Brian.
Oh, that's so weird. Look at that!
Hey,
Are those the eyes or the nose? That's so strange.
oh man.
Oh my goodness. I don't know what to do with myself. That's so strange.
ET
Okay,
phone home, right?
Anyway, yeah, I guess so.
But,
Oh, well.
well, wait. Go back to
Anyway.
Quantum Leap. Oh my goodness, it looks like the
Oh,
A's
do
are
you want
cut.
to see? Do you want to see the one with Trump? Okay, let's see the Quantum Leap episode with Trump. Hold on.
Yeah, wait. Go back to Quantum Leap. It looked like the A's were cut.
Trump on Quantum Leap.
No, I mean look at Quantum Leap though. Go back to the logo.
Okay.
Am I wrong?
Oh,
the A's are cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that.
Is that how it used to be, or is that like a new thing?
I have no idea.
That's really weird.
Oh gosh, it hurts my head.
I know, it really does. Okay, let's look at the Trump episode on Quantum Leap.
I can't look at logos the same anymore. I know Teresa's laughing over there. She can't either.
I can hear.
What are we looking at?
Guys.
Are we looking at the glasses?
Yeah.
Meeks, you there? Oh, Donald Trump is in an episode of the Quantum Leap. Is that what we're looking at?
Yeah, that's right. We're looking at the clip of Quantum Leap with Donald Trump.
He's a kid, isn't he?
I guess maybe he'll be coming up in just a second. Oh, is this? Come on, Donald. Wait.
Oh, wait.
He's like Donald Trump? Wait. Oh, wait, this is him. This is supposed to be him. He's a little kid.
Yeah, the little kid is Donald Trump.
Little kid.
Oh, wow. All right. I think we lost Teresa. Guys, thanks, Meeks, for sharing that.
Oh, you're welcome.
I hate to come to a close, but we'll see everyone next week. Same time, same channel. And thank you.
Mandela time, same Mandela channel. All
same
right,
that channel.
Lots of love to y'all. God bless you.
God bless you too.
Good night, Meeks. God bless, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.